Booyah! Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Loose Talk. Guys, you guys are not showing me excitement. I'm excited here. I looks
If
tired.
I show excited,
Introduce
now
us.
you say I'm being over dramatic. So
Introduce us. You are very dramatic, Steve. Dropping, you can message me that. I beg, I
Steve
beg.
was dramatic today.
Very dramatic. Like an
and you guys are even repeating it again. Oh wow.
Yes.
Steve D and the D's for dramatic. Steve dramatic.
Drama.
All right, you're welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Loose Talk. My name is Osagie Alunge. I have with me AOT2 Opeyemi Tayo.
Yep. I'm in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
That sounds so much like a 2000s
So
radio.
that's what I am now. I
And
cannot be
they'll
cosplaying Gen Z.
and
I
they'll be
can't be doing.
outside though. They'll be
I won't be
saying,
doing poor. What
in the
do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Poor. You want me to do period? I can't do that now. Come on, that's cosplaying Gen
That's
Z.
on
That's on facts, please. Thank you.
That's on facts. And of course, we have the lead researcher, the self-acclaimed, self-appointed lead researcher.
is
Steve
a
Diddy.
backhanded compliment. When you say self-acclaimed,
It's not a backhanded-
it means say like that's what he thinks about himself. Or that's not what I think about him.
No.
What
But our president
do you-
twist.
What do you
Our
think about?
president twist.
What do you think about me, bro? Who do you think I am?
Bro,
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
end of the
him.
day,
Yeah.
it's what you think about yourself. It doesn't matter about anybody else. You look in yourself in the mirror and you say to yourself, today, I am a lead researcher. And you are a lead
It's like
researcher.
you're turning into
Okay.
you're turning into a fraud. I'm telling you.
How am I
You're
a
turning
fraud?
into-
not
Now
about-
politics
it's not
on the
about-
teacher.
He done the teacher.
not my-
Look at the way he
not my
manipulated out of
opinion.
that situation. He turned to inspiration.
It's not my own opinion.
Okay.
It's not your opinion. It's what you think about yourself every day. You wake up and look in the window in the mirror before you head out.
I saw that window.
Inspired to
You know, say
Maguire.
To be very honest, the
on
first thing I
window-
look out of the window,
on
the
windows
first thing
now.
I do in the morning is to look out of the window to see the state
No,
of the.
some window there.
Some window get revelation. No.
That's for rich people now. If you are poor, your window will be open. You go first look outside. Is everything okay? Are we safe?
How the area be?
No, but to be real now, I mean, even in some highbrow areas now, they've built so many houses that you look at your window, you're looking into another
I'm
building.
telling you.
Oh, those things are terrible.
There's no space.
Yeah.
There's no space anymore. The way they build in this Nigeria, they just build in Lagos. Everything is just compact.
Yeah, Lagos
No
is
space.
it's
And fraudulent.
yeah.
Can I ask a question, please? I want to ask a question. Why is it that these new houses they're building in Lekki, Osaka, and all these areas, why don't they have the hook for ceiling fan?
Let me tell you why. I know the answer.
Why?
It doesn't fit the aesthetics.
Yeah, so ceiling
It
fan is
doesn't
not
fit the
aesthetically
aesthetics.
it's not aesthetically pleasing. Even me, I don't like ceiling fans anymore.
Why don't you like ceiling fan?
I don't know. I don't like ceiling fans.
I have my
anymore.
theory. Go ahead.
Steve don't blow. That's why.
No. I just prefer ceiling fans. Like there's so many things that can be up there instead of a ceiling fan. There's chandeliers, that decorators that you can
What is
use.
this?
Yes.
In heat.
A standing fan there now. There are dope standing fans that you can place around the house that will just an AC day too. So if AC day standing fan day, why you want put ceiling fan?
Now everybody get money for AC.
Standing fan day now. Standing fan is standing. You can even direct
No.
standing fan to yourself. Like you direct that you go enjoy fan. Like now, if I dey sitting room, they watch match. This is I just did like that. I'll direct the standing fan. Especially if like no day, direct the standing fan. It go dey face me. I go dey watch my game. You understand? It dey enter now. Standing fan just this. The standing fan just dey there. Get catchment area. This specific. It just dey.
So you no get catchment area.
Just dey blow. You understand? Standing fan na na personalized customer service. It will just dey blow you. So Osagie,
Are you done?
I'm done.
Thank you. I think it is silly not to have a space for ceiling fans in houses. And I'll explain. Most of these houses being built now are copying European
Yeah.
and Western architecture.
That's true.
Right? Where you do not necessarily need a fan in the house because of the weather.
Well, yeah.
Save for summer where it's a bit hot and you can pull out a standing fan to quickly to use during that period, which is 1 to 2 months. You really don't need a fan, and that is what most people are copying. But we live in an African city. We live in an African country. We live in the tropical area, right? It is
Sub-Saharan
humid.
Africa.
Do you understand? It is humid and it is hot most of the time. So don't tell me a ceiling fan. And I have another theory, which is using a ceiling fan can now signify
Poverty.
or allude to the fact that maybe you don't
Kosovo.
have AC. You
Yeah.
understand? Guys, I need Nigerians to start thinking. Using AC does not mean that you are
No, no,
you
no.
are
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
well to
yeah,
do.
no.
You know what is let's can we stop this nonsense? Can we stop it? We need to install ceiling fans in houses that are in the tropical area of the world. It's very simple.
Okay.
You go to Asia, there are ceiling fans. You can then have different kind of ceiling fans. You can have fancy fans, whatever. But please, I go to some of my friends' houses and they have to switch on the AC 24/7 and lock the doors
No, 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 no.
and lock the
It's
windows.
not. It's not.
Why do you need? Because when they don't lock the windows, the whole place then becomes hot and stuffy.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing, you know,
The air is not
No cross
circulating well.
ventilation.
It's poor
There's no cross ventilation.
facilitating the ventilation,
Yeah.
the cross ventilation. So they have to lock their windows and switch on the AC.
Yeah.
Then power. You're spending more power. You now switch off the AC after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Everywhere don't cool. Then you go on and again. You go switch on. You go. Come on, man.
No, no, no.
If
I
you put
advocate
it-
for standing fans. I love standing fans a lot. That's why that's my own.
I
point of
prefer
view.
ceiling fans because actually, you talked about catchment area. The
it's
ceiling
not
fan does
healthy.
better with catchment area.
No, no, no.
It's not healthy.
No, this it's like elderly people don't like standing fans because they say it's not healthy. I don't know where it comes from. It's not healthy for your fans.
It's blowing too much.
too much on
too
you,
much.
and that's why they like it.
Yeah.
But I'm still young. I'm a very young man. I'm a Gen Z, so standing fan does not pose any health risk for now. Maybe later in
Don't
the
worry.
future. You
Now
know.
for sexual pick, we go no be Gen Z.
Oh my goodness. We have a lot of things to cover. Please,
Okay.
is the script of the say?
Yeah, it's
this
updated.
lead
No,
researcher
your
who's
lead researcher has been not been.
the guy is literally writing it now.
No,
I
not
can
now,
see.
not now, not now, not now. I'm just.
Yeah, you put 2 topics. You put 3 topics.
And
here.
that's how much you can take now. After like 20 fan meals, like how much time do we need? Do we have again?
Yeah, how much time does man have?
You don't understand to delve into like other topics, and he's just doing like just brisking through like several topics does not even do us any favor. We can like do 2 or 3 and just really stress out our.
But we have good 3 topics today.
We're
So
fine, yeah.
I don't think we will kill now.
Yeah. So all Steve is trying to tell you is that the session might not be long, but what we'll give you in that short session
You don't understand.
will be
Yes.
worth a while.
You are going to remember it. Trust.
For a long time.
Yeah.
It's not all about the timing. It's more about the impact.
See all that timing thing. Now people will not get job. You expect
Yeah.
Dangote to be giving you 3-hour podcast.
And
Give you
also,
five-
and
yeah,
also, why take a bus when I can get you to your destination with Okada?
bro. Where breeze going to
understand?
blow you join again? Yeah.
Oh my God, just blow you well, feel fine. Day every, where's the farthest place you've taken a bike to in Lagos?
No.
I'm
From
a very
Ogba
big
to
advocate of
Eko
not,
Hotel.
I'm a very big advocate of avoiding bike in Lagos as much as you can.
No, not now. You guys.
No. Back in the
I'm
even back in the
talking
days,
about
right from time, like I never liked bike. Like my preferred. I love keke a lot. Like even I'll look for a solution to enter keke instead of a bus.
Steve.
I can't remember.
When you
have
were taking
something to
bike,
do.
when you were
You have
taking
something
bike,
to-
where was
you
the
have-
farthest?
I don't understand what I'm saying. Do you think I just woke up one morning and I'm going somewhere and say, let me take bike? It's probably out of necessity. You are time
It's
bound. You
airports
have to
now.
get
When I
somewhere.
missed the Uganda trip at Pulse, now bike I take go now because by the flight was 10 a.m. As at 8 a.m. Pulse had not confirmed that
I remember that.
I was going for the trip.
I remember
So
that
there was a lot
episode.
of going
Yeah.
back and forth before they said, okay, you can go. And I was, I went to Sele. I was staying. I went to Sele Street. I entered the bike to Sele. From Sele, I entered the bike straight to the airport, and I still missed the flight.
I'm sorry about that. I said Ogba to Eko Hotel.
What?
That
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it go-kart? Was it Osage's company?
Company as a whole,
right.
it wasn't that. No.
by the time all right,
No, there was one. There was one.
I
I
know
think
they
the-
take bike again now.
No, I don't. Okay, no. It was
I
actually
know they take bike
Okada.
again now.
Okada actually.
our Lord and Savior Sentuba.
Yes, na so, na so.
You know, I
Yeah.
did get bus stop at Ikpaja to Lekki Phase One.
God damn.
No, I never enter bike like that. Oh, never. Oh, if you say if it's in Lagos, no, but I've done Benin to Ogara on bike.
What?
Damn.
Yes,
Wait,
I've
I'm
done Benin
checking
Ogara
how
on
far
bike.
that is. Let
Please
me
just
pull my Google
Google
Maps.
Maps. Let's see how many miles.
2009, 2000 and
Benin,
no 2008. Yep,
Benin City to.
Ogara. Bro, that day I suffered, but it was. I was happy I made that journey because I needed to be where I wanted to be. It's not too far. Oh. This one people are
You want to know how many miles now?
It's state to state. He say it's not too far. Even my Google Maps self,
Google no know that
no one,
interior.
is a 2 hour
no
is a
one
two is a
even.
3 hour journey.
It's 2 hours 50 minutes by car.
Yes, so it's like 4 5 hours. Yeah, that's why I said I suffered that day.
God
Damn,
damn. Nah, I didn't do that one. Oh. Sorry.
Yep.
that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, shout out to you.
Yeah. Oh, I suffered though.
Nah,
It's a long story. I suffered.
sorry about that.
Yup.
Anyways, yeah, Grammy. We have a lot to talk about. We have to talk about the Grammy nominations, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
love to.
Please, I
Okay.
am now a Grammy affiliated podcaster. So speak to
Let
me
me.
nice. Thank you very much.
Me,
I'm
Yeah,
I've been affiliated to the Grammy since for a long time. Like I've
since
been a
when?
Grammy listener.
Duncan Mighty has never been nominated to the
No, I've
Grammys
been
on
a
their
Grammy
stage.
listener. Like
neither has Blackface.
No, why? Why?
ah, no, I've been a
Why?
Grammy listener. I've listened to songs that won Grammys. So,
Well, everybody has listened to songs now. I beg.
so I will bet as everybody taking that title for themselves.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
No, you took lead researcher. All right. There's no problem. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about the Grammys later on, Sha, but it's all
All
good.
right, cool. Let's get into this family real quick. This is greetings from a baby giant. How far, my bros, Uncle Osage, tap that brother there. I greet you, Uncle AOT2. I greet you specially, lead researcher, and he put two laughing emojis
Wow.
rather. I greet. I'm happy to write you guys once again. The last time I wrote an email to Loose Talk. I was pitching my podcast and I was happy that Osage gave me that break. It meant a lot to me. Daily Hustle is still alive and thriving. I'm launching a new season in January, targeting the diaspora with this one. Lead researcher, I currently work at Anacol, the agency film studio behind Black Book. I would
Hey,
be beyond happy to have Editi on Loose Talk. Hearing you mention that meant a lot because I was already wondering how I get you guys to talk about the movie. We need to actually get E on the
we go fight
podcast,
too.
right?
We go fight too.
Yeah, because you have your own and your own
Yeah.
opinions about the movie. What the
Yeah.
movie has gone on to do. It's like your own CK situation.
Nice one.
Yeah,
One
because
one,
you
one
wrote
one.
a review about it and you were very critical about the
Yeah,
movie.
it's up on my
So
TikTok now. Yeah, I like
yeah.
but a successful movie is a successful movie at the end of the day.
Farm at the end of the day, I think we
Mm.
should definitely get editing on the podcast, and he's
Yeah,
doing his media rounds, and he's a great guy to talk to as well. So yeah, let's make it happen.
yeah.
Back to Uncle Osage. I now have a small podcast agency, and I have two podcasts under it.
Shout out to you.
Excellent.
Congratulations. I love it.
Excellent.
I love it. Daily Hustle, a business podcast, and Double Dubs the Yarn, DDY, a comedy podcast.
Daily
So
hustle.
we're actually
I
going
like
to
that
have
title.
Daily Hustle, on Global Village, but which was
Oh,
another company before now, and we had even started, having conducting mock interviews. We're done design and everything, but some things don't just work out, and it has nothing to do with this young man because he's doing amazingly well. See, he's gone on to even have a second podcast. So I'm happy. I'm just happy that I was able to play my own part, and he's gone on to do like amazing things. Says just dropped a new episode of the on the DDY. I'll be really happy to hear your review. Definitely will listen to it and we'll put it in the show notes for people to check it out as well. At 23, just finished NYSC in October and landed an associate role at an agency in the same month. I'm happy I listened to your podcast in 2018. You guys changed my life. I flunked out of law at 19, went to start mass communication, and here I am at 23. I've gotten my dream job, first one, LOL, and I even got to work with Usagi, my literal idol. Very nice. Thank you for the kind words. I have insane podcast ideas. I wouldn't mind pitching again. I've gathered a network of about 70 podcasters that are indie and could do some lifting up to the next level. It's getting quite long. I'll end it here, but love you guys. Sometimes I wonder if you wouldn't have. I wonder if I wouldn't have been here if I never clicked on your podcast on a hot Saturday evening. You see, hot Saturday. You see why we need ceiling fans? Hot
Hot
Saturday.
Saturday. Hot.
Okay,
It's like you know,
hot Saturday
heat.
evening somewhere in Ondo State. I'm glad I did. Shout out to
We're
you.
glad you did
Shout
too,
out to you
bro.
so much. Amazing, amazing. I love to hear stories like this. Yeah, it gladdens my heart, man. This is a very, very good way to start, the fan mail episode. All right. Someone says, Anonymous says, I would just like to hear your opinion on Reminisce's new album, Alayeto Shegogo Volume 1, especially track 9 and track 1. Alrighty. You sent the mail twice. Guy, calm down. Calm down. There's something else. Big shout out to one and the only lead researcher, Gentle Osags and Mellow AOT2. I'm glad people describe me as what
As
as
gentle.
gentle now. That's good.
So you
That's
prefer when
good.
people
That's
lie?
really good. What do you mean lie?
Because I don't think you are gentle, so bad. But whatever, however you see yourself
Hey,
is most
you also got to
important.
pause that. You got to pause that.
Pause,
You
pause.
gotta, that was getting a bit too crazy. You got to pause that.
No, no,
Just
let's not
pause it.
let's not start this camera.
That's one of my best shows. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's
It's
stupid.
Maze's part I like most because
I'm,
Maze just catches and says, "That's
that's
crazy.
good.
That's crazy."
That's crazy.
And you can tell that they've been very good friends for
A
a
long
very long
time.
time.
Yeah.
They know each other very well. Of course, they fought during
Yeah, they
some
fought
period,
and
Cameron
they were not in talking terms
and
for
all
like a
that.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm so happy for Mains because post Bad Boy, I know he tried to do the comeback. He did the comeback album, also linked up with G Unit. Diddy didn't relinquish his deal for him to
Became a
sign with G Unit
pastor.
at the time, and all that. But I just like where he is now. And I think his resurgence was actually Clubhouse in 2020. Maze was on Clubhouse every day.
For real?
Yeah, man, that's how he came back again. He was on Clubhouse every day, and he was just fostering, conversations. He had like a community, and they were talking about literally everything, like black culture, right? So him with Cameron doing this show, they started this show. They didn't. The budget was small. You could tell with the studio and everything, and they I think they have FanDuel or one of these sports companies, sports fan gaming companies, sports gaming companies, sponsored them, and they're doing well now, And then there's the young girl who kind of does the balancing out for the younger people. I like it. I like it. I love it. It reminds me of how you and Steve were meant to have like a show. You guys were meant to have like your show.
Yeah.
We can see this now.
Yeah,
We bump with it.
yeah. I mean, shit happens, right? All right, says Steve, please carry on with your takes. Your opinions are one of the reasons I tune to the podcast weekly.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now to the main conversation. A lot of people dropped their albums last Friday. This email is a long time ago, so not last Friday, 2 weeks ago. But the one I'm really interested in is Alayeto Shegogo Volume 1. Can we talk about track 1 with Meyokun, channeling Prime Nice? Takes me back to the 2000s when Nice was Alakpomeji. Also, Olu Maintain featuring Odumodu Black, Pawizi and Dremo. The hook on that jam, I had to Google the Pawizi guy. I didn't know he sang Tesla and Lagos Party, both solid jams. What do you guys think about these two jams? Have you heard about the Paul PZ guy previously to the track, especially AOT2 since he did a recent interview with Reminisce? Shout out to Anonymous.
Yeah, shout out to Anonymous, man.
Yeah, so I was privileged to listen to AOT2 Go Volume 1 before it dropped. And I listened to it in the stages where it wasn't even completed yet. And see, it's adult contemporary rap, and that's where these MCs are. They're in their 40s right now,
Yeah,
right? And established what they're rapping about is very different from what they were rapping about like 10, 15 years ago, right? Where they are, their state of mind. I think it's a dope album. It's something like and it's something younger people should actually listen to, right? It's like how we're growing up and we're listening to like Hove and Nas and all these guys. I was having a conversation with someone, and the person was like, most of these albums influenced us in ways around loyalty, hustling, um, being dedicated. Um, what's that word that is in the Bible? Long suffering, called endurance. Why do you call it long suffering?
because it's long, my brother. It's long, rough.
Suffering is long, Harry.
It's long, rough.
And all that. And most of these albums just inspire you with how people rap and all that. And you're educated by listening to them and you're then inspired. A lot of people will tell you that Hove inspired them. A lot of people will tell you that Nas inspired them, to go on and do businesses or just be committed to what they're doing and all that. It's the same way, a lot of people, a lot of these MCs here in Nigeria too inspire people. And that's why moving beyond, just punchline rap, like you have to have meaning in your music. What are you saying? And
Yeah,
how does it relate to the next person? Not saying that do your punchline rap isn't a bad thing. That's also another genre of music or hip hop you can take, which is also fine if that's what you want to do. But I think there's more meaning in passing like, you know, um, messaging, right? Inspiring messaging to people. So for every, God MC that comes out and has like the best metaphors and all that, right? How many of your music or how much messaging in your music can really inspire people? And that's why Mode 9's Da Vinci Mode, his 2010 album, still remains my best album. And I tell you, that's the classic Mode 9 album. Everybody says it's irreplaceable soon of the 2007 album. I think that album is equally great, but I think the 2010 album is even better. It has songs like Tales of the Pots, right? And I'll give you a short story of Tales of the Pots. There are two pots. One is cracked, the other one is not cracked. The one that isn't cracked always laughs as the one that is cracked. Then the cracked one asks his master, "Why am I cracked? Leaking all, everywhere." And then the master tells him, "You are cracked for a reason because every time I use it to fetch water. Look at the trail on the road. You are the one that waters the flowers, and everywhere is beautified by you." That's like a very strong message. And Modern put all of that in, a song and wrapped it, right? And that can just light up a fire or spark up something in your head if you are going through something and saying, "You know what, I am going to use my position, right? What I see as stumbling blocks, I'll turn them into stepping stones," which is what a lot of people, or people who get inspired end up doing, right? You turn that negative, you turn that uh, a bad, scenario or circumstance, and you flip it around and you turn it to your advantage. So yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I've said enough. Let's keep it moving. All right. This is from. Let me see if it was screen me. No. Okay. Keep me anonymous. All right. Hey guys, thank you for talking about the FX crisis. Prior to the last episode, I was not thinking like a global citizen. Or is this guy from last? I think this guy from last episode.
You shock
I'm
'em.
currently, I'm currently in my final year of university in Nigeria, and I plan to leave the country soon.
Oh, God deliver Paul and Silas. God deliver Paul and Silas.
This is wild.
Wait,
I have to chill.
so
God,
no, I don't. But I don't know if this is the same guy. I'm not sure if this is the same guy.
if you tell us, I'm so happy for him. God has delivered him. He's leaving the country.
The same guy that
Shout out
walked.
to you.
No, no, no. It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy from last. I was looking for the guy from last week who was
Advocating
arguing, not
for the
arguing, but
advocating for the investment.
yeah, like keep the naira strong.
Yeah.
No.
I always laugh when I
can't
hear that
find
thing. Keep the naira strong. How?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
well,
because you have to. I hope you have all your savings in naira. Because if you're doing this dollar, how patriotic are you? Look, you're wearing green. You started from there.
the green represents the green of the American dollar, bro. When I hold dollar like this, my sexual peak is high. It's when I hold naira, failure, failure all around. You see, failed presidents, dead presidents, failed men that could not achieve anything.
So
Bro,
all you need to do is put the dollar in your back pocket,
put your brother in the back pocket. Yeah,
and the back shots become
you
consistent.
go there enter one time. Dollar no dey fail now. Na only naira dey fail.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. All right. He says he plans to leave the country soon. How do I save my naira from further devaluation before I take steps to jackpot within the next 3 years? Should I open a Nigerian DOM account with traditional banks or use platforms that allow intercurrency conversions like Grey Finance? What other options exist? I would also like you guys to discuss a tweet. Okay, Steve, our resident financial expert, please go ahead. You are the one that trade.
Osage,
You are
it's
the
you
one
one.
now.
that
You are
If,
financial. No, no, no,
no,
no.
no,
A
no, no,
trader
no.
is not.
Steve is one that
A
trade.
trader is
Steve
not
is one
an
that trades by
advisor.
night.
A trader is not
Tech,
an
hold on,
advisor.
tech
hold
bro
on,
by day,
Okay.
trader by night.
hold on,
Okay.
hold on
All
first.
right.
If you did not trade in the month of November, raise up your hand. It
And
is
never
worth
never go
noting that
far.
it is worth noting that Steve did not raise up his hand. Only Ayo and I raised up his hand. Please advise this young man. He has asked you a question. Please go ahead and advise him.
Asake, you have knowledge, more knowledge. Like you have knowledge in this thing than us, than I. But me, I prefer traditional bank dumb accounts. Apart from the fear that one day the government is going to take away all the dollars there because of the whole
Yeah.
FS crisis. That's just my major fears. Apart from that, I would have preferred it. Um, then you support it with USDT in one of these like crypto exchanges. The problem with USDT that we have encountered in recent times is that when people go and defraud like Flutterwave and they come and go and buy and they come and buy USDT from people, the bank will, because of the financial institution, while tracing where the money went to, they'll go and hold your account, put your account in lien, and it will affect you. That has affected a lot of crypto USDT traders in Nigeria. But apart from that's another risk there. But yeah, but if you're very familiar with exchanges, with crypto exchanges, you can do transactions with people there. Like me, I'm in WhatsApp groups where if I want to sell USDT, I have people who send me money that I trust, right? And I'll sell off and move on with my life. But stuff like that happens. But I prefer traditional banks and dumb accounts, apart from the fear that the government one day will come and seize all our dollars. Osage might have an opposing view because I know he doesn't use traditional dumb account that much. He's a fintech guy.
He's a fintech guy. Yeah, I mean, Steve is spot on here. If you are traveling in the next 3 years, I'll suggest you then save your money in a currency that you know will not be hit by high inflation, or in a country where it's not going to hit, or the currency is not devalued. This doesn't even have anything to do with naira. We can be talking about money used in Sri Lanka here,
Yeah.
wherever it is. So nobody should come and say, "Oh, you said something about naira." This can be anybody writing anywhere. I'll tell you for a fact. If you know that the value of your money is not going to reduce, or that currency is not going to reduce over a period of time, you should save it in that
Currency.
currency because the inflation rate also is not high. So having said that, yeah, a DOM account is simple enough. You can buy your FX and throw it in your DOM account. I also like to diversify. So you can open. You've mentioned Grey Finance. You can also open an account there and store a percentage of your money in one of them. Again, this is not financial advice. This is something that some of us do. Some of us do here, or some we have friends that do. So there are platforms like Clever Finance. There's Grey Finance, and these are platforms where you can store your USD or your whatever FX you want to put in there. And I would say you should look for a platform, and I guess it's tough because ideally you should be opening a platform like Revolut or one of these international new banks that have a very nice interest per savings, a savings feature where you can put your money in there and earn 2% or 3% per annum and all that. So please do your research. It's also very important. And Steve mentioned USDT. It's one of the fastest ways to do it. It's not illegal, right? So you can definitely try USDT out. And if you don't know what USDT is or you're still trying to understand, YouTube is the best university. I told you, YouTube is the greatest university in the world. If you're trying to figure anything out, it's on YouTube. Also, Binance has an academy, right? I think it's called the Binance
Binance
Academy. You
Academy.
can start there to really understand what are stable coins, and what is USDT. It's basically ratioed up, backed by the US dollar, so it's 1 to 1 to the US dollar, etc, etc. And then you start there and you start saving. All the best with you trying to get out, leave. I won't say get out of the country, but like leave the
Leave the
country. Yeah.
country.
Leave the country,
Okay.
abeg.
He mentioned a tweet that we should read and talk about. The tweet goes. It's from a guy called Muhammad Jamal, with the Twitter handle White Nigerian. I don't know if you know this guy.
Ultra patriotic Nigerian.
Yeah. All right. It says the truth is nobody should own a dollar account in Nigeria. It is not
Hmm.
done anywhere in the world. You see when people
Why did
that's
he start with this line?
that's the
Why?
that's
Why?
the that's the ideal place to just stop reading the tweets.
That's a pause. That's a trigger already.
It's not
I'm
done
done.
anywhere in the
I'm
world.
done. I'm done.
You just quit and go. Yeah.
the guy said it's not done anywhere in the world. Oh my god. It says the truth is nobody should own a dollar. It's true. It said the truth. It just said the truth is nobody should own a dollar
Only
account.
truth.
It's
Only truth.
only truth.
Bro, this guy has a dumb account though. Trust me.
This guy has all the safest
So like
Accounts.
leave these people on Twitter. This is not really
this guy has all his earnings, everything. Don't let- Anyways, it says a unified rate would mean we can use our naira cards abroad. Want to bring the dollar to Nigeria? It should be changed to equivalent of Nigeria at official rate in your naira accounts. Want to transfer abroad? Banks should be able to send your naira account at official rate to the foreign account. My own thoughts.
your own
See,
thoughts
I'm looking
is
for a quote.
okay.
Your own
Just
thought is
give
thoughtless.
him your
So
quotes. I think your coach should
No,
suffice.
I just hope I will have gone to the quotes. Oh, you've already even quoted this tweet,
I've quoted
Steve.
still don't leave footprints
I
there.
quoted it now.
Oh my usual suspects have quoted this tweet. I can't see Samuel Akpan's own, sha, because Samuel Akpan is giving it to people on Twitter, and I'm
He's
loving
giving it
it.
to people anyhow. I'm telling you.
I'm loving it as he's giving it. But let me read a few quote tweets. I'm not even going to have an opinion on this. This is from
Yeah.
Ezra,
It's
unbelievable
that.
liquid Olubi.
The guy
Yeah.
that shot Buhari.
Shout out to Ezra, man. Great guy. It says,
Shout
pro
out to
tip,
Ezra.
whenever someone makes an argument and attempts to back it up with an assertion that includes anywhere in the world, especially with regards to policy in Nigeria, consider whatever point that person is trying to make illogical. That's
It's
one.
as simple as that.
Knight of Delta says, I don't know if you guys know Knight of Delta.
No, I
Knight
don't
of
know.
Delta says, your thought that people should not own a dollar account in Nigeria is valid, but the premise on which you built your thoughts upon, which is that it is not done anywhere in the world, is wrong. You as a Nigerian can open a bank account with Wise and you will have access to all the major currencies in the world. Test it and see. Wise is based in the UK, which means that the average individual in the UK can open a dollar account in minutes. Now that we have confirmed that your premise is wrong, are you happy to change your conclusion about Nigerians owning dollar accounts since it is actually obtainable in other parts of the world? Let me read one more person's own. Steve says it is not done anywhere in the world and puts two laughing smileys.
One time.
Sugar Belly says these are not his thoughts. His political playmasters asked him to soft launch this idea with the Nigerian public so that it will start swelling in the ether. Then, when they actually do it, nobody
Yeah,
will be surprised. Then, my favorite guy when it
exactly.
comes to policy, Kalu Aja, says Nigerians
Ah,
hold dollars because the CBN is unable to give them dollars if they give the CBN naira. The CBN gets its dollars from oil sales primarily, and oil sales are down. If CBN had dollars, why would Nigerians hold dollars? Large economies have currencies that are convertible to the dollar. Naira is not convertible. Convertible is an economic term. Thus, a UK resident does not hold dollar because he can easily go to the Bank of England or his local bank and get dollars
That's it.
because UK pounds, the yen, the euro are all convertible currencies.
Yeah.
Single exchange rate does not translate to your naira account. Sorry, single exchange rate does not translate to using your naira card abroad. CBN has no dollars. When you spend your naira card abroad, you
CBN.
are creating a claim on Nigerian foreign reserves held in dollars.
Nope.
Remember, CBN dollar holdings are weak. The solution is to earn more dollars by exporting and replacing imports with local substitutes.
Economics
God
101.
bless Kalu Aja. The most important thing
We
here
don't
is
have
what?
dollar.
The solution is to what? To earn
Sport.
more
That's
dollars by
it.
exporting and replacing imports with look. Everybody that is this pro naira, right, and pro government and whatever, right? They are just missing that fundamental thing. No matter what we do, no
Osagie.
matter how many 1.3 billion they send into
The
Binance
economy, yeah.
and how many times CZ tweets the Nigerian flag,
Yeah. CZ
if we still
is
go
I
back
think
to what it is.
CZ is now manipulating the SDT prices on Binance. That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
No matter how much that happens, if we are not going to export enough to receive dollars into the system and then change local substitutes, change what we consume into local, we're consuming 90% of what we're consuming is imported. So
Yeah.
we're buying it with dollars with our naira. Once we can change that, your toothpaste, your toothpick, your everything,
Matchbox, Osage.
your,
Matchbox.
your matchbox,
Huh.
right? Your turkey, your frozen food. If we can invest in this country so that we don't need to import these things, and then Steve, how many agencies do you need to get approval from before you export anything out of Nigeria?
Like
Here
13?
is nine.
No,
Oh,
13. My last count was 13.
Wow.
My last count was
Ease of doing
13.
so
business.
Yeah.
in a country where you think that we need to export more and exporting should be put into a state of emergency, you would hope that I can literally just go to the damn freaking place in Apapa and throw something in the boat and the thing will just start moving.
Bro.
But no.
Ask anybody importing that does importation, right? For example, you want to import a car from America, you can do everything from the internet. Like everything, all the steps, the steps are very clear, they're consistent and transparent. You pay so amount of money for logistics, you pay so amount of money for trucking, you pay this so amount of money for shipping. Everything you can do it. It only
And
gets
track.
complicated when it comes to Nigeria.
And track.
And track.
When he enters,
Immediately enter
when he enters
Nigeria.
2, 3, 4,
Everything I just mentioned, consistency, transparency, trackability, everything
is gone.
depends. Everything now depends on sorting, and sorting. That's it.
That is our own.
Just imagine the
sorting,
stress that
and
importers go through. My brother, exporters
Not
are
tracking,
going through
tracking.
times
Hell.
10. Hell. So when government comes and say, oh, we are rolling out this policy, you are deceiving yourselves. Because the only thing we need in Nigeria is power and ease of doing business.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to a business owner in Lagos? Their local government fees is not consistent.
It's never
not-
consistent.
it's not fixed.
It changes.
So the Lagos State Council, the local government council, as a business owner, as a supermarket owner in Lagos, they can come today and give you 100,000. They can come today and give you 300,000. They can come today and give you 400,000. You can't argue it. The only
It's like
thing
NEPA. It's like
is the
NEPA.
NEPA is like postpaid for NEPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that you have to do is pay. If you don't pay, they'll shut down your business. Like
Bro,
it's oppressive.
I-
It's strangling.
offensive. Yeah.
Bro, Nigeria does not make sense. This country, when people talk about, listen, we know what they do us. So make we know just they pretend all these things. Well, we know what's wrong
Bro,
with us.
I remember one time when I was still staying in Ipaja, we were using that, postpaid, right? And you had to go, paying for NEPA bill, you had to go first take two buses to go and to the NEPA office. So it
Yeah.
used to be really crazy.
Yeah.
And then they brought this bill, and this bill was high.
Yeah.
Almost, I looked at the bill like this. Me and my mom looked at the bill. Then my dad had traveled. I said, we can't pay this thing now. What's my mother? See, my mother is a gangster. I think she has chilled now, but she used to be a gangster. My man said, "We can't pay this thing." I said, "Yes, we can't pay it." He said, then go to the office and tell them." I said, "Me?"
What am I?
He said, go and tell them we can't pay it. I don't, go and tell them. Oh, more. As I went there, I went to, one man. I started telling this man, I started lying to this man, that, that there's nobody in the house, that nobody can pay. I started crying in front of this man. Guy said, okay, let him see what he can do.
Yeah.
This guy went in and our bill went down by 45% the next
It's
day.
just by guesswork. That's why they initially opposed the idea of prepaid
They were
meter.
not
Yeah.
reading the meter.
That's why they
That's
were
why they
so
put it
mad at
around.
the prepaid meter thing. That's why federal government was buying prepaid meters for us.
Yeah.
Federal government started buying prepaid meters for Nigerians just because
Yes.
They bought the prepaid
Because they won't
meter.
do it.
yes, the discos are
They
they
didn't want-
refused. Yes, now,
They
bro.
were making
And
a
what they were
killing.
supposed to do, the way you were supposed to estimate postpaid meter is to come into the person's house to calculate
The
the amount of electricity they use, how many
Yeah,
TVs they
how many
have, the
outlets-
fridge they
how many
have.
outlets
That's
they
how you
have.
calculate it.
Funny enough, right? Postpaid, you could actually read it. The way it first started, right? The NEPA man comes to your
Yes.
house. The NEPA official comes to
Yes,
your house. He reads
it goes
the
to your meter.
He looks
Thank
at the log.
you.
Yeah.
Previous log, he puts
He
the log.
puts
And
the
then they
log.
take
There's
the
a log. Yes,
and
that
then
thing
Yeah.
that thing that moves. That small circle thing. That thank you.
Yeah, that metallic stuff, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There's a log
But
there, and
these
then he
people-
logs it in.
So you know what?
Um,
You know what they do now? They look at it by area.
Yeah.
The cars that they come up from this area.
Yeah, they
Let's give
big
them.
cars.
Let's give them.
Let's give them.
Let's give them. Now, God damn. See,
Then
Nigeria.
if you're unlucky, by mistake, they now retag your house
Yes.
from residential to commercial.
You're finished. My bro, you better park.
If you're unlucky.
You're unlucky. I remember
just
last
coming.
week, David Unini was tweeting something about how oppressive this country would have been if not for Obasanjo. For example,
Very, very.
remember how Nitel was supposed to monopolize communication and make
Yeah.
you line up. They make you line up
Bro.
in queues just to
Yes.
make calls. And
Just
only the
to-
rich people.
bro.
I remember 1998 seeing
It
a
was
wealthy man in
1,500
Onitsha.
naira.
A wealthy
For
man in
me.
Onitsha. I remember seeing the man with a mobile phone in 1998. And I kept wondering, this thing I used to see in movies, so is in Nigeria. In 1980. So when the thing rolled out 3 years later, I always go back to the first time my dad bought a mobile phone to our house. I always think back to that man I saw in 1998 in Onitsha. So this man, this thing that we just bought now, somebody has been using it in Nigeria since 1998. That was how Nigeria
Yes, man.
was designed. Just for the
Yeah.
elites to just be doing it and you just be
Yes.
enjoying them. While
Bro.
the rest of us will be at the queue.
I remember a senator that actually came out and said that GSM is not meant for everyday Nigerians. It's not meant for average Nigerians.
Yep.
Can you imagine that?
Yep.
Damn.
Obasanjo just look at it and say, "Fuck this shit, man. I
Obasanjo
beg
said,
everybody
fuck this
get
shit. Fuck, let's everybody.
United.
You know, so
You apply for telephone line for months. You won't see anything.
it was Jonathan's
Wiring
government that started the prepaid meter thing. You know, because it was Buhari's government came and continued with it, which I really liked.
Yeah.
But they subsidized it for users. If not for that, discos wouldn't have agreed. You know, so
Okay, let's continue this gentleman's Mr. Anonymous message. He says, can the APC administration, because of the crisis, place restrictions on DOM accounts, like forcing owners to withdraw USD in Naira at whatever rate they deem fit? I really don't know.
Are we in a police state? What's the problem?
what do you mean?
I really
What do you mean
what-
withdrawing in what rate? When you're withdrawing that, you're
No,
withdrawing.
no, withdraw it at bank rate now. When it means bank rate different from
No. If
black
you have a
market.
dollar account, you are withdrawing. They're giving you dollar. They're not giving you naira.
Yeah, no.
So there's no rates
No,
to think about.
so he's asking. That's what he's saying. He's asking, can they
Okay, place a restriction
and
on
then
giving dollar and force
and
people.
convert it? Yeah.
That's the fear. That's the fear I talked to you about when I was talking about ways to keep dollar in Nigeria. That's the fear we'll keep talking about because Nigeria is, although it's democracy, we all know
But how would it work though? Because if I had
It's
a
almost
dollar account
impo-
without having a naira account, how would they convert it?
you can't have a dollar. For traditional banks, you can't have a dollar account without having a naira account.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah, some banks you can't. You need to open an account before you have a dollar account.
A naira account before you open a dollar account.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is this possible? I don't know. I don't know what's possible. But what I know is that
That's why
people
Nigeria is
can
hard because you
people
don't know what's possible.
yeah, laws can be made. One
Exactly.
day the CBN governor said that funding crypto wallets is now illegal and
Exactly.
put a ban on
And
it.
and they started
Do
and they
you
started
understand?
and they started they ban people. CBN started
If that man,
kicking people
if
off
that man
banking
doesn't go to prison,
platforms.
if that
CBN
man
started
doesn't go to
kicking
prison,
people. CBN started kicking
no.
Yeah,
people off banking platforms just because they were doing crypto transactions.
If that man
yes.
doesn't go to prison, then finally I know say Nigeria, there's no hope. May all
See,
of us just dey go
anything
our
is
house.
possible in Nigeria because in the same world, before something will happen, it has to go through Senate. I can go back to Delta
Yeah,
State,
Yes.
talk to my
yeah, yeah.
constituency, do a constituency
Yes.
retreat, and all of us will absolutely come together and say, well, no, we don't agree with this, and write a letter to our senator. Our senator will take it to the Senate House, our House of Rep will take it to the
Yeah.
House of Assembly and say, our people do not agree, and they'll shut it down. But in Nigeria,
Yeah.
once the government president says yes, our House of Rep says yes, everybody says yes, put it law.
Thank you for reminding me. I want to write a letter to my state house of rep asking him why they are not pressurizing the governor and the commissioner for works and housing in Lagos State to fix the fucking roads in Lagos.
Write
It's
the
not by
letter.
snapping photo. I want to write it. Just I want to do experiment. I don't expect any Martin Luther
Uh,
King thing to come
Iron,
out. It's an
Iron,
experiment. It's an experiment.
Iron,
Yes.
Iron.
Mm.
While I commend your efforts,
Yeah.
your
Thank you.
brave, very brave efforts
Thank you.
already, even before going ahead to do this,
Yeah.
right? I would say that a lady who reviewed a tomato paste
Mm.
in Nigeria was
Was
apprehended
was bungled.
by the Nigerian police force. Do you understand? For reviewing something that is most likely true.
Now, fam. Nigeria's
Eh?
wild.
This is a fully private entity that called the police, and the
Bro, the
Nigerian
Inspector
police force
General of
went
Police
and
on his
fully.
the Inspector General of Police is allegedly on the case.
On the
On the
case.
case, trying to bully and oppress this girl. Bro,
Why?
the,
Yes,
Because you came out and said this place is something so 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 and so.
and the place is
she did
trash.
a product review,
That's
The
it.
product review.
just a simple product
And this
review.
man went on air. He went on Arise TV and
Yes,
defended his position.
yes, and said, "Do you know where that video has gone? Do you know how many containers I'm importing?"
Nigeria is an animal farm. Wallahi.
Oh boy, yeah. And so I would just, I want to appeal to your very mellow and I just described mellow, and reserved position that you always take. Please,
But somebody has to fix the roads.
thread with caution.
Okay, I will trade. I'll use nice words. I'll use nice words.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if you can, please. If he invites you, don't go.
A journalist, where they government, no.
You
Thank
can
you.
do Zoom meeting.
We'll
That'll
do
be
Zoom
fine.
meeting, sir. There's no need.
Okay. He says, also, how do I educate my 60-year-old parents of the harsh realities of saving in Naira? How can they have access to USD fixed deposits in Nigeria? This is a tough one, oh. But I like how you're thinking, already. And you have to take that position and you have to have that hard conversation, with your folks to explain to them. And how you can explain to them is very easy. It's basic math, it's basic economics, right? Look at what is happening. Look at the trend of what is happening. Look at what they've lost in the value of the currency they are holding. If they continue at this rate, this is what they can have. With the high inflation going on, by so time, they won't be able to even pay for this or pay for that. In simple terms, that's how you have to explain it to them. And then you can then, introduce a simple platform. I think what a lot of older people run away from is
Yeah, the,
complexity.
the techie stuff.
Yeah. So platforms again like RiseVest is very simple. There's a bank account, you send it to the bank account, it automatically converts it to what? USD. When you want to withdraw, it withdraws it back into Naira. Very simple for people like your parents, right? So they can hedge their funds, right, to a currency or a currency that isn't devalued all the time, right, or isn't facing that level of devaluation. And then you know what they will now get to see, right? Which is how I always and get people to do crypto, right?
Yeah.
The best way to get people to come into like crypto, buy crypto or keep money in crypto.
How?
What's the best way, guys? Send them crypto. That's the best way. You just send them crypto.
Yeah, you did.
It's
You,
always
you did
yeah,
that. It's like you did that. You did that with us, right? You did that. You
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
2021. Yeah, I remember.
You did
Yeah,
that. You did
you
that.
just send them crypto, and then they and the beautiful thing about when you send crypto to people, right? They will go and look at it. Oh boy, this thing is going up. Oh, oh boy, then they now call you and say, how And I learned that from Pump. I don't know if you guys know Pump. You know Pump now, Steve.
Lil
Yeah.
Pump.
Little Pump care.
What
No,
do you
now
want
Fair
to
catch me.
Pompliano.
Fair catch me.
Pompliano. So that's always the best way. So open a Rise account with them, right? And start from there and tell them, hey, okay, save this amount of money. And then they see it all the time and they're like, "Ah, I think I need to save my money." Then you pull them in. So you don't bomb rush them with a lot of info at the same, at once. You take it step by step. But most importantly, right, when you are less technical jargon, more use case. Less technical jargon, more use case. You have to think like a product manager. All right. I'm not going to go on about how you guys changed my life and how important this podcast is. Thank you very much. It means a lot to us. You already know. Some time ago, I got a link to a 6 GB file of some old loose talk episodes from a fellow giant. This thing is on the black market.
This is on the black markets because
We need a
even
we need
I don't have
Osagie, we need a unified market for
because this parallel existence.
Are you people going to pay? If people are going to pay money for it, why not? If you guys can pay $5 for it every month,
no
we
pay.
can give
Just
you
set
four
it. Just set
episodes
it
a
up. Just
month.
set it up. Set
See,
it
they
up.
are rich. Our listeners are very rich. I know a couple of them. They have money. They are big men and women.
The guy says it's one of my prized possessions. I think the podcast should go on without guests. I don't mind. I still can't wait for the Patreon for exclusive episodes. Thanks for doing the podcast. Keep dropping gems. Shout out to you, Anonymous. Um, this is from Kelechi. Kelechi says, "Hi, Loose Talk Giants. Is Deku? Oh, okay. This is Deku. If you remember the guy, so Deku, we now know you. Everybody knows you. No need
Yeah.
to say about Open University anymore. We know Deku Open University. Like you are the friend of the show. Want to update you? My matric was last week Friday. Congratulations. I'm sure you wore the gown and all that. And I'm still pushing it because that's not the main reason for. Okay, and I'm still pushing it, but that's not the main reason for writing it. Listening to your had made my thinking and view on a lot of things change. And I'm a kind of person that critically thinks of things. Won't say I want to be like y'all, but I would like to have vast knowledge and understand. So I'm trying to appeal to Osage, Steve, and Ayo. If you have soft copy of books that you feel would impact a young dude who wants to be the best of himself, be it mental health, financial intelligence, and positive books of any sort of books that you can help me with, I'll be much appreciated. However, I understand if you don't want to. Sure, we can hit you up, man. You know what? I even have a bunch of books I can actually across to you. So if you send me your phone number, let's see how that can work. All right. So just reply this email and send your phone number, and I'll see how we can get these books to you. Okay, let's keep it going. This is Octave. Octave says, "Thank you for the work you put into producing an episode every week. I can imagine how much commitment goes into this podcast. Your discussion on the Find Your Tribe episode was really deep. I want to call you guys out on something you touched on. You were seething at people who rate others based on the sort of phones they use, amongst other things. But it was you guys who, some episodes ago, said Android phones, no matter how advanced or expensive, was the trenches."
Now joke. Now
Okay. No. Let's actually address that. We were not speaking from a point of
We're joking,
what
actually.
affluence
Yeah.
or no. I actually wasn't even speaking about that. I'm just talking about the technical capacity of the products. That's what
yeah,
I
actually.
was talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh,
Do you
okay. I remember.
understand?
I remember
Compared
the
to,
contest. I remember the contest.
yeah,
Yeah.
this has nothing to. And my own point was that there are phones that are more expensive than the iPhone, or just as expensive than the iPhone. That's not my point. My point is you can't be carrying a phone that will be hot in your pocket.
Bro.
Do you understand? Or you want to do like you want to open like maybe see your iPhone, you have like 20, 25, 30 apps. At times I have 50 apps open on my phone.
Yeah.
It has not hung one day.
Bro, I use
You know,
an Android phone for my the office gave us an Android
You
phone.
didn't.
And bro,
Yeah. You didn't use the same quality level of Android phone as the Samsung phone that you were using. The Android and Apple phone that you were using. There are
bro,
good Android phones that don't hang. I'm
I
not
know, but
sure.
this one, but
I'm not sure
if
the
I use an
Samsung.
iPhone,
I
bro,
don't
I'm not.
like the
I'm not.
OS.
bro,
That's what you
The
tell me now.
the
bro,
iOS is
if I use
superior
an
to the
That's
if
what
I
you
use
say.
if I use
OS.
iPhone 6, it go see better parts of Android.
I lie.
That's facts. That's facts now. The one they gave me in this
Is
office,
what
in
you
my
are
office,
used to. That's what I would say. Is what I will used to. But I have close people with
well,
me who are using Samsung and who use Android,
no,
and I'm like,
Samsung is the Ikoyi of Android. We agree that one since that one. We know they argue with Samsung. Samsung hacked it. People where they make freezer and television, they already obviously know what they are doing. But all
okay,
those ones that they do launch in Computer Village where they dance like Teletubbies. Those kind of brand, no, no, it's not working. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. You're holding a microwave, ladies and gentlemen.
I just feel it's what we are used to because I just feel because what was I can't remember the last time I used an Android phone, to be very honest. And it's
I
just
use it
because
regularly.
yeah,
Go
okay,
and use now. Go and buy it. Go and buy it now.
no, no, no.
This
Apple,
guy is like this
Apple,
guy is like white Nigerian.
Apple is
The
my
guy said
life.
Android is good, but he's using iPhone.
Apple is my life.
So I'm talking about the OS.
Courtesy of
The
Kazim,
iOS.
courtesy of Kazim now, and I change phone every year now. I don't change phone
Yeah,
again.
Wow.
shout out to Kazim. Guys, I actually want to change my phone. Oh.
You would have changed.
No. We have money now. Me, I check my phone. I know how much I wept.
See, hmm,
that's
I
why
went
that's
to
why
look
having a retailer as
for.
a friend is good now.
It's good though,
Better
bro.
package. It's a very good package.
See, that is one of the most essential plugs you need in Lagos.
The plug is too good.
Everybody must have a computer village plug. I beg.
Please,
Hey.
please link me up with Kazim. I need a
How can I
phone
look you up? Because it's
because
someone that you know.
okay, I'll send him a message.
That's okay.
Let me. Yeah, we need to get it done. Okay, he says. So I hope we've addressed that. He says, why did you guys then dress down people to evaluate others on the basis of type of phone that we've explained
Bro,
this, my brother.
calm down. Life
My
no hard
brother.
past this
I know
one.
they look. See, I know they look person where they carry phone or carry all those things. Though. No, that will not
No, I don't jump
determine.
over that one. You rock any phone you
That will
want
not
to.
determine what you get for inside
Yes, so
your pocket. Too. Do you
some people
understand?
get
I'm just
iPhone.
saying.
Some people have iPhone 15. They don't still get sense.
Well, I'm just saying that I would like to use a superior operating system on my mobile phone.
Simple
Simple.
as
It
that.
has nothing to do with the hair. All right, thank you. Haven't addressed that. Let's move on. Okay, this is this is a short, long one. Let me just put it like that. This is from Anonymous from Canada. It says, thank you for the last episode. Thank you for the moral instruction. The last episode makes me proud of this pod. Straight to the email. Any culture that bases its values and beliefs on money will surely decline and die. Nigeria never used to be this way. However, we see the money driven disease from the mid 1980s, and Nigeria has declined as a culture to this day. Reverend Sam Adeyemi said good leadership would fix the fundamental infrastructure needed to change or erase 70% of our prayer requests. If we fix the fundamental social infrastructure in society, most people will see no need to pursue money the way they do because the basic infrastructure will de emphasize the need or that need. Take a sane country, for instance, Anonymous. I live in Canada. You want to drive an expensive Benz or Lamborghini? Fine. Just remember to keep the Esusu of the insurance fees.
That's it.
Fees that can go up from $300 to $600 per month, depending on the car, model, and residence you are in. To get the car itself, just have a full time job, give the car dealer their down payment, and pay around $300 for the rest in 5 to 10 years. Or you can avoid these monthly car and insurance payments by simply taking the underground train that costs $3 for a 2-hour trip. You need an iPhone? I'm on the iPhone 14 Pro contract. I pay $116 a month. I can easily get the iPhone 15 Pro Max on another contract, or I can trade in my iPhone 14 for the iPhone 15.
Yeah.
No human is phased by the phone you use here. Trust me. Do you need a house? Fine. Just provide a down payment of 5 to 10% of the total value of the house, and you pay a fee of $1,500 to $2,000 every month, depending on the number of years you want to pay. It can go close to 30 years. Also, you do not own the land, only the house. Need medical care? There's a free healthcare for many ailments. You want to earn plenty of money and pop bottles in the club? That's fine. Just show up with your monthly check. Will just show that your monthly check will receive a Kenshi Himura sword slash.
Kenshi
Bro,
Homura.
Kenshi
Bro.
Himura. Oh, this guy
God
is an
damn,
OG.
Samurai X.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Samurai, that's some Channels TV 4 o'clock vibe. Um, Bro, your pay is taxed close to 30%. if you earn 100K, or 37% if you earn 200K. This is why you will never see the pop the bottle madness in the clubs over here. Your groceries, I can testify that inflation has never made me pay beyond 10% of any goods I enjoy. The day inflation causes food prices to increase by 200%, the prime minister can be sure of losing his job. Besides, many times I buy my groceries on sale or at a discount. Afraid of moving at night? Trust me, you can go anywhere you want. You are safe. If this happens, rest assured that the culprit will be found. Our culture of poverty reflects many Nigerians who you see the ownership of an iPhone or a car or a house or decent food as evidence of purposeful living. Sorry, Nigerians, this is not purposeful living. The idea is that the government failed us. People can blame individuals long enough. I would always locate the sick culture in Nigeria as a leadership problem, and we are not ready to change it. Afro Nation recently cancelled its concert in Lagos, and I sense that it is an issue of infrastructure that ordinary Nigerians cannot provide. Ordinary individuals cannot provide the basics: security, good roads, public water, power, good primary and secondary schools, healthcare institutions, amongst others. These aren't things individuals can do for themselves. Leadership has to step in. I appreciate you guys for wanting to mentor young Nigerians. I may disagree with you on many issues, but your hearts point to the right place. And may God bless your efforts. I hope you guys can pour your values into as many people as possible. Hence the importance of the pod. LT Giants, please support the pod. Thanks and keep up the great work. From Anonymous.
Shout
Shout
out to
out to Anonymous. He
Anonymous.
writes he writes to us regularly. I think we need to give this Anonymous a name so people know it's this Anonymous. Um
Anonymous
yeah,
Pro
this is
Max.
Canada Anonymous, so we'll call him Canonymous. All right.
If,
Wow.
We
if you
just
don't if you don't
yeah,
disagree with us, that means you don't like us and you don't rate us. The
yeah,
the sign of healthy relationship is disagreement.
mhm,
You have to disagree with
yeah.
people in a very
Yep, yep, yep.
in a very good manner. You're right. And the
Mhm.
way you disagree with people, determines the type of relationship that you have with them. So yeah, you can disagree. It's absolutely fine. You know.
And you said it best before we go into his mail. It's like we in the WhatsApp group. We disagree all the time.
Yeah, some days you just wake up and see 500.
Violence.
You like say, oh God, they don't start
And
again.
you know what I
Violence
appreciate our disagreement. We're like what 13, 14 in the group,
Yeah.
right? And we disagree.
Yeah.
Healthy
all
Yeah.
disagreement.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
All the in all
Nuru
the
just
groups.
wake
So
up and
whether it's
say,
the pop culture one, politics, so and
you know,
sport,
I don't agree
everything.
with what Steve is saying. I will just wake up and say, I don't agree with what Steve is saying. Steve will say, Dio. Dio just say no. Then we do tag team at times. It can be me and Odion versus Ayo and Samson. And guess what? We learn from these arguments because we start sharing
Of course,
points
now
Yeah,
it's
that we
very
and angles
important.
we don't see. And most times, what happens? We're like, okay,
Okay, you
you
have
have
a
a point
point. You
there.
have a point.
Okay, I disagree to 10 things, but now I've reduced that to like maybe just two things.
Yeah.
yeah.
I see your point there.
Yeah.
And all that. Especially, and Nuru is best at that because we just get mad at the government or something, and Nuru say, what is being reported is not what happened. Calm down. you
Yeah.
know,
And
and,
sometimes he does make
and
strong points, though. He does make strong points. I
He's
agree
still
with
a
that.
fraud,
yeah,
sha, but he's in the try. In the try.
you know. So I enjoy. You're spot on with that. See, Canonymous has just broken it down for
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Can
he
we say it
has.
any better?
He
Can we say
has.
it any
He has.
better?
He
The
has.
problem we're facing here is if we've solved this social amenities problem,
Yeah,
just infrastructure, right? We can now start looking at bigger things.
exactly. We can
We
start
can now
thinking
start
about the
looking at
bigger
other things
picture.
to focus on.
Yeah,
My brother, do you know the amount of time over the last 30 years that you have thought about powering your house?
bro.
Do you know
Yeah.
the amount of time that has taken? It's probably taken like a year.
Yeah, he's too
Not to talk
much.
of the
It
money
takes, it takes
that
too
you use
much
to
of our
power
mental.
generator.
The
Yeah.
basic things take
Think
too much
about
of our
it.
mental space. It takes too much.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah,
All the time you spend going to switch on a generator, going to buy fuel for the generator, going to
Yeah.
fix the generator, going to buy a generator, right? In the last 30 years, it's probably constituted to like 6 months to 1 year of your
of your life. Yes,
life.
Of
yes.
your life. Not to talk of traffic. The amount of time you spend in traffic.
Or so you're not talking about his queue. The queue in
Oh,
traffic.
No,
oh,
I calculated that queue in the when you went to buy fuel.
Okay.
okay, yeah.
No,
Because some
the
people use
basic
8 hours
things.
for that
And
too.
also,
Yeah.
he was talking about the healthy credit system. Yeah, that's the sign of a
A stable economy.
a stable economy. Access to credit determines your, the state of your economy. That's why I always say this: life is cheaper when you are rich. You buy things in bulk, you buy things,
Yeah,
stuff like that. To the my life without money is hard, though. So not having access to credit is one of Nigeria's biggest problems. Just because also
yeah.
because we don't have money. So yeah,
Poverty capital of the world.
yeah, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like we're talking about having a gadget or all these things. It's really not a big deal.
No, it's
Like
not.
it's
It's
nothing.
not.
Yeah,
Do you understand? But
actually is nothing because it's so accessible for you that it's not indicator of how rich you are or how wealthy you are. You just well,
yeah,
it,
but because the absence of these social amenities now, if someone is holding a phone like that,
Yes,
you
of
you
then
course.
you know
start
why?
That is a
You
big
know
deal.
why?
and
Because if I see somebody iPhone 15, I'm calculating this guy has enough dispensable income to buy
Buy
this.
this
Then
phone.
therefore he must be in this stratosphere of whatever. Yeah,
but which causes a reverse engineered problem where people now think, oh, I have to show that
bro. It now
I
becomes a
am in a
status
certain
symbol.
class.
Yeah,
Then you then spend your whole income
bro. Osage, do you know what I
or
saw this week?
yeah,
Henry and Beckham did an advert. They did an advert for something. They did it at the Juve Stadium during the Champions League match. And during
yeah.
the behind the scene,
AC Milan
Beckham
Stadium,
bought,
San
yeah,
Siro,
Beckham brought
iPhone,
out his phone and he was
iPhone
using
X.
iPhone X. This is David motherfucking Beckham. The iPhone can give him a special iPhone than his own. iPhone X. And I'm like, bro, so at the end of the day, what are we chasing? Last.
Bro,
Yeah.
before last year, the phone I used before last year, I used it. Last year was 2022, right? I used it for about 6 years.
Yeah, you try now. Ideally,
Nothing come up from my body. The only reason I changed last year and changed this year is because of I got it cheaper and plug and what's not like,
Mhm.
and also what the value it delivers to you. If it makes your life easier, your work easier, and that's why I like
yeah,
Yeah.
iPhone. Like
yeah.
I can just do a lot of work with it and just it's simple. It's not all these things are not big deals. It's just not
No big deal.
poverty. We don't
Me, I
suffer.
just bought this one because the phone spots and I need a new iOS because iPhone 10 doesn't get the latest iOS anymore. So
And you're using a Mac, you want to like
yeah,
seamlessly,
Yeah,
seamlessly move
match
the
your
ecosystem.
seamlessly move
So
your
everyday.
ecosystem to
yeah,
work and everything. So it just depends on it. This thing don't determine who we are. We just be based on the functionality and what we need. That's all, bro.
Mhm. I mean, and he mentions, he talks about the Afro Nation. It's the same thing. When I saw that they had cancelled it, someone, gave us a heads up in the group and said they were going to announce that they were cancelling. I just thought to myself, it's a social amenities problem,
yeah.
you know, and it's as simple as how many ambulances can we get to the venue or can be, stationed at the
I was
venue?
like, you haven't thinking too far,
It's as
right?
simple as that,
You
though.
haven't thinking too far. December will come
Yeah.
now, right? Uber, Bolt, everything. The prices will go up. Now imagine you
Mm.
bringing 20,000 tourists into Lagos that period. It's going to be madness. It's mayhem.
Hotels,
Hotels shut down. You don't have enough good roads. It's madness.
security.
Yeah. Insecurity there. Where the TBS is not the safest place in Lagos. It's not the safest place in Lagos.
I wasn't. The biggest shock. The biggest shock for me would have been if Afro Nation held in Lagos successfully.
Successfully. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been the biggest surprise of like in the last 5 years for me.
Was
Normally
it
they should,
TBS they announced?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's TBS
I'm
now,
surprised they announced TBS and not
and
Eco
not
Atlantic because
landmark,
Bro, have you seen the road to landmark?
and not
I'm not
landmark.
no
But
see
that road to
Steve, you know the
landmark.
road.
there's
That
no
road to
Steve, you know
landmark.
the road to
Steve
landmark.
I
Steve
know the
That
road.
landmark road is terrible.
That road is
Steve.
terrible. God damn.
Let's say they even fix the road themselves
It's too
and say
narrow.
okay,
That place is even too narrow. You can't take that amount
Sagi,
of people.
it can't
do you,
take the amount of cars.
Sagi, do you know the
Have you seen the parking at
That's why
landmark?
may I bust
that's
your
true.
Bro,
brain?
on a regular on a
That's
sorry on
true.
a
Yeah.
On a
regular
regular
Friday,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's
There's
packed.
hold up
You
now.
can
there's
park.
nowhere to park by 7, 8 o'clock.
It's true.
Yes,
Let
it's
There's
alone.
nowhere to
It's
blocked.
park.
true. It's true.
First of all, the landmark place is blocked. Then they now take you to the compound, the next compound, which
Yeah.
is a very big compound. You can now park. But like, it's Afro Nation. That whole stretch cannot contain cars.
And don't
It's
forget,
true.
before
That's
you
not where
get
you
there,
do the concert.
there's the Elegushi
Yeah,
beach or something beach
Let
or
me tell
Nuru
you,
beach where
Sagi,
people even come.
one of the
the
best
place will be
concert venues I've ever been to was that the Bands Coco and that the Bands and Sean.
Eco Atlantic, yeah.
Echo Atlantic. The only
So
problem was the
space,
trek, the long trek. That was just the
yes.
And
problem
that trek
for
no
us.
be trek.
That
You
trek.
know, it's,
That trek is like that
you
trek
know
now
why?
like festival trek.
You
Because
know
how it
why?
was
It's because we didn't know. We
We
didn't
didn't
expect
know.
that
We
trek.
didn't expect it.
It was the
That's
first
it.
time
That's the only
experience. It
problem.
was the first time
let me
experience.
call that
Thank
report. That trek
you.
from the place
That trek
gave
was not
was
far. It
like
wasn't far.
Guess
yeah,
what?
it was
When we were coming back, it wasn't. It
It
didn't
wasn't
look
far
far
at all.
anymore.
At all.
It wasn't far more.
people
Yeah.
just were wrongly dressed
People
for
were
the
wrongly
thing.
dressed for
And
it. That is true.
that's Nigerians for
That's
you.
conjecture.
See
Nigerians will be
concert.
going to
Instead of you
concert and be
dressing
doing
dance and
red carpet at concerts. Bro,
Mm,
that
wear
used
high
to mad
heels.
me. Kim said it now. Kim said it when she came for Darius concert. She said she felt underdressed.
And
For
this
Kim
Kim
Kardashian
Kardashian.
to feel underdressed in like Kim
This is a woman
Kardashian
that
was
is this is a woman
underdressed.
that is naturally naked most of the time. She's underdressed
She
again.
said
You
she
people in
was.
Nigeria.
She said she saw people at the red carpet and she was like, "Ah, is this a concert?" She's shocked. Bro,
oh
no worry, no
wait,
worry.
I'm reading the report. I'm reading the report I wrote in 2012. I want to see
That
how
day,
far.
I got home and he sleep.
Um,
Because that evening, I think I went for another concert.
that night, that
That
night,
night,
Tiny Temper get that night, sha. Shout out
Tiny
to
Temper
Tiny
was the best
Temper.
performance now.
God
That's
Yeah,
my
damn.
best performance
when the
that
Who
night.
perform
did?
shut down.
Yeah, when the perform shut down.
Tiny Temper
Yeah,
was
with
my
the
best performance.
The
Like
bro.
December on
shut
stage.
down,
If you
shut
see his
down.
DJ, if you see the deck his DJ brought, one ancient of days deck. Even Pastor
Ooh.
Mark the
And you
laugh
know the
say,
funny thing, when he started performing, everyone was like,
People were
um,
fronting bro.
yeah.
oh
Tiny
bro,
Temper
when the
was
guy started
He
performing the
started
pangas,
singing, people
Tiny
started
Temper
singing
was
songs back to
mad.
him.
he too felt the love. He too felt the love.
Yeah, he fell in love.
Pusha T
Yeah,
was
he fell
selling
in love. Fell in love.
Pusha T was selling cocaine to us. Like, wait a
No,
few
no,
years,
no.
cocaine never to blow.
Me, I
He
enjoyed
never
It
took
it.
was as
blow.
a
Pusha T performed the new God Flow.
yeah, Big
Shout
Sean.
out.
Big Sean also
Yeah,
came. Big Sean
Big
was
Sean brought
around.
his mom on
Then he
stage.
performed the Chris Brown record for me. I lost my mind, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
wonder who came up. I was like, what?
That was
But
actually a
it was
mad
good.
move
So
that day.
It was a mad concert.
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
See, Eco Atlantic should be the place because nothing is popping in Eco Atlantic apart from the amusement park that is there now.
What's
Just use
happening in
that
that
as a
project now?
venue.
I don't
They
know
say
hear anything
money
about
no
that
day, money
project.
no day, money no day, money no day.
uh,
So our Dubai
I'm
is
reading my
good.
report from that concert. I said at 12:24 a.m. The show host Idris Elba was introduced on stage.
That was another
12:24
problem.
a.m.
It didn't start
March.
early. That's another
Yeah,
problem.
The
yeah.
UK
It's
actor,
mad.
however,
We should be
was
leaving there
however
by
not in his
12:45.
element. Are you minding Nigerians? Everything must be late.
See, in a same world, concert should end 10:30 p.m.
Osagie,
10:30 p.m. Everybody.
let me hear more of that report.
Huh? Oh, okay. Let me open it. I'd moved on. Okay, yeah. So I actually reported that the distance from
The gate.
to the venue, I said 20 kilometers in this report, which is
Ah,
not possible.
20
So it must
kilometers
have been
far.
2 kilometers. Yeah, this must have been a type. When you are the writer and editor of the paper, what do you think will
And there's
happen?
The guy
deadline.
now.
There's
The guy make
deadline. Your
mistake.
publisher is telling you,
The guy make
Mr. Man,
mistake.
where's
He
the
don't blame himself now. He don't define excuse. When you are the writer and editor.
It's not an excuse though.
Life,
Well, yes, I mean, I attended the concert. I was the writer. I was the one that put
You
in
know easy,
duress.
you
So
know
let me
easy.
see what time I
You
put.
know easy, you know
Uh-uh.
easy.
You know,
People used to
you know,
complain. People used to complain, especially like older colleagues, like older people in the industry used to complain for our pause at that time was like some of the errors they see in the page. I'm like, you people don't understand this is not newspaper.
Baba?
This is not newspaper. This is not a newspaper house that
Yeah.
10 people had to read your article before they publish. And the
yeah,
most important thing was that at that time we were passing out a message, and we also worked on quality a lot. We improved on it
Yeah, it
we
was
very, very
tried.
later,
well.
later,
We
later,
tried.
later the
We
quality
tried.
improved
The quality
significantly.
improved later,
Yeah,
but people don't understand how hard it was at that time for people. You people should understand that the biggest media houses were in the hands of 20 mid 20s,
Yeah.
25, 24, 23, 25 year olds.
hmm,
Guy, we tried. We did our best, man. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, but the hero of the day was UK rapper Tiny Temper. The 24-year-old who has Nigerian roots was a showstopper. It might have taken a while before he came up on stage due to his crew fixing their equipment,
Yeah,
but when his performance began, he
bro.
commanded the stage. Always urging the crowd to sing along with him, he performed hits like Pass Out Until I'm Gone. They surprised him by reciting his lyrics word for word of some of his songs. I love you, Lagos. Thank you for supporting me, said a visibly emotional Tiny, who was a late addition to the concert. The buzz, however, dampened with the next performance from good music artist Pusha T. who failed to coordinate or control the crowd with his performance. The
Cocaine
decision of
concert
the
now.
organizers to bring a C-list hip hop artist to a concert headlined by a pop artist seemed wrong from the very start. The former Clips member performance proved this, as he received little or no cheer or support from the crowd. Next up was Big Sean, who managed to salvage the situation, performing his popular song "My Last," then "Dance," and then "Mercy," occasionally putting his hands in his briefs.
Osagie was this brutal Osags.
Now, this is brutal. The crowd's response was way better as the young rapper energetically. I didn't like Big Sean at this time. Also,
Clearly.
yeah, I didn't like Big Sean. Big Sean, where I don't tweet that. I hope you stop making music. Big Sean. Did I ever tell you that Tony entered my DM one time when I yapped him?
Wow.
Osage used to give it to pause. Osage used
Me and
to
Bumpy went back and forth on Twitter. No,
Osage used to
Bumpy,
talk
yeah, me
trash
and
on
Bumpy
Big Sean like every month, every other month.
every month.
It
Oh,
didn't make
Yes,
that
I
sense.
was,
fell in love with
you
him.
forgot it. Big Sean is okay. You forgot it, Wale. Say Wale is inconsistent. He's today rapping about women. Yeah. So he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be rapping about conscious things. He's rapping about women. Which one is
I
yash
was
yash?
asking on this podcast and said he was not a hater.
Anyways, yeah, shout out. First of all, I'm reading something here and Mashe. Where is Mashe?
Was she a
Nigerian.
host?
She no. She just. I think she commented on Instagram, so I
Oh,
copied
okay,
her.
okay.
Whatever. Where's Mashe? Mashe was on Wazubia FM. Had the best voice on radio
Yeah.
for a
What happened
minute.
to her? She dipped.
Then she went to Nigerian Info. Then I don't know. Then
Is
she
His life.
started cooking.
the person that asked the person
Okay.
Onome
Now,
Oyayili, where is she now?
Onomere has passed away, Steve.
That's
That's big time now. That's big time
Big
now.
time.
He passed
That's
away
true.
now.
That's true. That's true. That's
Was
true.
it last year or 2 years ago?
Oh, so I'm trying to. Mashe is now a food blogger.
Critic,
Okay.
food blogger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I was trying to. Yeah,
She had even started before, and she was very early on it too.
yeah. I think she
Remember?
she first relocated. She first relocated to Abuja. I think she has left the country, but I think she still does food.
Oh, she's still doing it too.
Masha is Vixen, Abby.
Sorry?
Is Masha Vixen?
No, now
No,
Mashe
now
is
Mashe
Wazobia.
is
The
Man-
woman
Okay.
with
I'm mistaken
incredible
with somebody
voice.
else. Oh, yeah.
Very soft spoken,
No.
everything. Oh, I'm on her Instagram page now, and her stuff is well curated. Wow, I like when people just
Pivot.
change. Yeah, the pivot. I love it. Mashe. She had the best voice on radio. Yeah, where are we? Talked about Mashe. I wanted to talk about. Do you know that the initial version of Loose Talk was going to be with Onomaya, the big time, and Osiken Adirisu,
Oh, for real?
Suave.
Oh, yeah?
For real?
Yeah, I have an email that I sent to them because we all went to South Africa in 2014, and
Yeah.
I think in 2015 or so, I was just thinking about it, and I then sent them an email, and we're even going to have a meeting, and then record
It
a
never
pilot
happened.
episode. Yeah, never happened.
Was Mashe went on that trip?
I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think she went on that trip.
But-
Have we done enough fan mail? We
Yes,
have enough,
we've done enough now.
but we have one Ask the Giant anyways.
We can save that.
Okay, so we'll do the Ask the Giant later on, but let's just do the talking points now. All
Yeah,
right, let's
yeah,
get
bro.
back into it. Thank you so much, everybody, for sending in their fan mails. We would continue to read them periodically until we clear everything out. Opeyemi's video on men marrying career women. This is Opeyemi Famakin, right?
Yeah. Did you see the video?
The Nigerian restaurant's nightmare.
You didn't see it, Osage?
I watched it.
Oh,
Of course,
okay. Yeah.
I bookmarked it.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
even
okay,
did I see it. I'm going to send it to my phone now, and then we'll play it on the pod,
Okay.
so we can all hear it. It's so far it has been viewed 600,000 times.
Oh,
Or yeah, he put it on TikTok, but then he shared it on
on Twitter.
his on Twitter. Shout out to Opeyemi Famakin first of all. That's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Food blogger, critic. Never afraid to share his thoughts. So on and so forth. And consistent also. And like Steve says, the internet rewards consistency. He's also been
Yeah.
very consistent with what he does rather, with his messaging, with his style, very consistent. And I think what happens with people who remain consistent is that from time to time you get tested,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? People try and push you off that rail of consistency. And if you are focused and true to what you do, you stay there, and that's what he's done. So shout out to Okwe again. Let's play this.
I don't think it's loud enough.
Financially, it means the whole family becomes broke. But when, the family is doing well, the family is rich. But when the father dies, things change for the family and they become poor. Do you know why? This is a very, very bitter truth that will trigger a lot of men, which is because these men, they marry down. And they don't marry their equal, they don't marry up. Now, in my family, for example, I grew up in a home where both my parents are financially good. And there was a time that my dad, things were not good for him. There was a period, very, very short period. And during that period, nothing changed in my family. Our diet did not change, our food did not change. We still traveled abroad, school fees were paid and stuff. Do you want to know why? Now, the average Nigerian man has been wired by Nigerian women unknowingly. So the average Nigerian woman has been wired to marry up. If a man is broke, don't marry him. If he cannot provide, don't marry him. Like they've been given the full gist and the full brief of the perfect man to marry. But the average Nigerian man doesn't he's not been briefed of how marriage works. It's just looks he goes for. And a lot of men marry down. They don't marry women who are equal, except the wealthy. The wealthy will not allow their kids marry down. That's why if you want to marry them, they'll ask, who is your family? Not does he have money, who is your family? In the wealthy, both the father and the mother are very, very rich. That's why God forbid, if the father dies, nothing changes. They still school abroad, they still eat the same thing. Only the wealthy, they crack the code that you marry the same or you marry up. The wealthy does not marry that. That's why when a rich man, a wealthy person, marries someone from a lower class that has money, their family will fight that person, mostly men, because only men marry down. When a wealthy person has a big family name, marries down, even when the woman has a good job, they will still fight because that's not how it works. So their men, that is why also too, let's talk about Nigerian men. Nigerian men, we've been so programmed and wired to provide for women so much that when we go abroad, other women love us, not because we are the best. Let's keep it real. They say men are truly Nigerian men are not shit, but we've been so wired to give women for no reason that when we go abroad, we are the same naggers and we give other women. That's why other women praise us. Because Nigerian women, they've done a number on us. They've wired us that our only value is in giving and providing. That's why every country in the world that Nigerian men are, the women praise them because Nigerian women give stupidly and Nigerian women benefit from it. What am I saying? This is going to be hard. But please, I'm begging you. You've been wired to marry down. You've been wired to be a savior, to be a provider to a woman. Women just exist and find a man who take care of your needs. Guys, please stop marrying down. Stop dating down. It's going to be hard because you guys lack self-control and you sleep with anything. But stop dating down. Stop marrying down. Date your equal or go for your equal cannot, carry up. Just date your equal or slightly below you. Stop marrying down. Marry a woman that if you are broke, the family will not be broke. Marry a woman that, God forbid, if you die early, she can still foot the family bill. Because most times, when a mother dies, God forbid, financially, most times, nothing really changes in the home. Yes, the man is lazy, they can't do house chores and stuff, things will change. But financially, school fees is still paid and shit like that. In the wealthy family too, if the man dies, nothing really changes. The mother holds the family down. But in the lower class, middle class, when the man dies, man, they are poor. Oh, my father was rich. When he died, things changed for me. Marry a woman that, God forbid, when you die, the things will not change for your kids. Stop marrying down. Stop dating down. They've conditioned you to fam, guys. You get the gist.
Gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Who
Well,
wants to take a stab at it?
like now, this is how will I put it now? Common knowledge for people who have been enlightened about the what's that word? What's that word when women tend to marry up? I keep forgetting it. But yeah, it's advisable that in 2023,
Hypergamy.
hypergamy. Thank you very much. It's advisable in 2023 that you do not marry a financial body, because the long term goal is that your children should be able to be well to do, even if you are missing from the picture at the end of the day. So don't try and marry a financial body. Don't do that flex that, I'll carry all the bills and everything. Because it might look, oh, I'm a man of the house and all that. Well, Omo, marry up. Oh. Me, I'm looking for billionaire's daughter. I just want billionaire's daughter like this. Pregnancy one time. They don't go about the picking.
First of all, you're not ready. You're not
For,
ready.
for why?
The true pass I've given you in the last few years, you're not, and Steve will bear me witness here. You're
See,
not ready.
because you just dropped
All
what
the,
through
all
pass
the
this week.
ladies who are reaching out to me to talk to Ayo, all of them,
Which you see, it's only one or two
they are,
that I don't know these ladies you're
they are,
talking about.
I've tried my best.
All these on are capping. All these on
I've tried
Capadona.
my best.
This is also on Capadona things. I don't know what you're talking
Steve,
about.
you are speaking, but we cannot hear you.
You can come out and say that you're not going to get married. It's 2023. Nobody is going to force you. I just want to have a baby and move on with my life. Everybody will move on because you know what marry now. You know how many troopers Osagie don't give you.
Wait,
Why
see,
you
this
talk like
is sorry,
Ayo is a traditional man.
sorry, ladies and
He's not
gentlemen.
meant
I'd just like to say that this fake news, this alternative news from these two.
It's not alternative.
They
You don't
are
want to get married now.
is a conspiracy that
Do
they
you
are
want to
bringing
get?
out.
Do you want to get
Yes,
married? So I
now.
should give you one
Yes,
billion.
now.
I should give you one. Okay, no one.
Yes, give me one billionaire's daughter now, or somebody who is financially well. But me, I don't want to marry. Please, I want to buy a wig today. The dispenser bottle has finished. When you're coming, can you buy another dispenser? No, be others one. There's no light. Fueling generator has finished. Please, can you come and buy fuel for us? No. I do not want to be a beast of burden. Just as you want to enjoy life, me too. I want
Right,
to
you
enjoy
still buy the
life.
fuel. You still buy the fuel.
Of course, you go buy. It's Nigeria now. There are no two ways about.
Okay, so Ayo, in a nutshell, what are you saying?
I'm saying I agree with Opeyemi there that when you get married, there's also a financial agreement or a financial distance. So you have to make the best option available to you. Do not marry a beast of body now. When you're not like 55,
Stop saying beast of body
so
now.
you'll not be like 55 and you not suffer stroke or you not have an attack. They don't know what happened because you're carrying everybody's bukata. So marry somebody who is liberal enough and progressive enough to know that I'm bringing half to the table and you're bringing half to the table. But make sure the person is progressive. Don't marry standard version of this thing. And I expect that you'll be paying for NEPA bill or more. You're on your own.
Thank you very much. What's on the marble by
Yeah,
our
yes.
relationship expert, our celebrity boys in Christ. Steve, what are your thoughts on what
I don't have any thought. Me, I was just surprised that it sounded controversial on Twitter, on social media. Like I didn't understand like some of the comments I saw, especially in the quotes. Some people were calling me a fool. Like
I think there's a thing to his voice texture that just pisses people off naturally. I think he might need to auto tune his voice. I think there's something wrong with his voice texture that normally pisses
For
people
real?
off. Maybe I don't know, man.
No, he
Yeah,
has a
man.
baritone. He has a
it has a
baritone voice
baritone
now.
voice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe in
I was on a date
intimidates
once,
people.
and you know when you're on a date, you're now you're doing Q&A. Everybody's doing Q&A. So now I said, oh, what do you feel about being the provider? I said, well, me, I'll provide though, but not stuff like, oh, water dispenser, it has finished, or there's no fuel in the gen. At least you should try and use your own money. And when the person's face changed though, I said, well done, red flag. That's a red flag. Where's my Uber?
Why did that face change?
Because
Why did that face change?
Because she expected that once you're married though, it's all the
You'd have,
man's.
you'd have, you'd have started, bro, you have keep like having the conversations just to know the context of what she, why
No,
she was.
we had a longer we had a longer conversation. I'm just
So
telling you.
what was her point? What was her point?
Our point was that her money is our money. That was our point. And the man should be the one doing everything in the house. That's the summary of the whole thing.
You know what? You know what? You know what? And I don't even have a problem with it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even have a problem with it. Like, oh, your money is your money, our money is our money. I don't have a problem with it. You know why I don't have a problem with it? Primarily, I believe that, especially if she's a sensible woman, I believe that also the money, even while it's our money, if anything happened to mine, our children will not be hungry. Do you understand what I'm
It
saying?
becomes,
Yeah,
our money
That
becomes everybody's money again.
is everybody's money again. So that's my. I don't have a problem with providing even dispenser, even what I don't have a single problem with it. I just want someone who's doing something on her own,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? One, when you are working and you're doing something, you have more value for money. So you understand the context of, oh, if I come and say, oh, let's plan and let's make this arrangement, the person will understand. Two, you are raising better kids because kids are seeing that, oh, it takes hard work,
Yeah.
right, to make money. So you are setting a very fine example for your kids. Three, you are securing a better future for your kids. Like, it's better if it's our own money and she's saving it in case anything happens to mine. Our children, our family will not go hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't even have a problem with that context, right? I just want somebody who's at a level, just doing good for herself, improving herself. And when people say this, it doesn't mean automatically from the gate the woman has to be earning. No, you might be a 27-year-old guy who making money dating a 22-year-old girl, or 23 or 24-year-old girl who's still in school.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can't marry her because
I'm
she's not
picking up
making
our
money.
life.
Obviously,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
that means exactly.
Age is a
So what we're
strong
talking
factor in
about
this.
is the person's thought process, not the person's current state. The person's
Yeah.
thought process. Does the person expect to just be at home and just chilling, or the person wants to improve herself and be a career person? And that's just my own view about it. I don't have a problem getting the whole bill and just settling everything and my money,
A man
my
of
own
valor.
money, on the one that is burnt every month. I don't have a problem with that
A
because I
man
know
of
that
valor.
no
Yeah.
matter what happens,
He's
you
a
know,
man of valor.
He's a man of valor.
yeah, I don't have that problem.
Chief Steve Dede. Hi, Chief Steve Dede. Oh, God.
I
Oh,
think
man.
I mean I see both of your points, and I think everybody has the right to pick whatever point they're coming from, because
Yeah,
it's a combination of past experiences and a lot of
Yeah.
other things as well, right? And what you've witnessed. I think what Opeyemi was breaking down there, like he broke it down to a granular point, and people, of course, it's social media, so people just stuck on that
Yeah.
and then started forming their opinions of it. But I think in the bigger context, what Opeyemi is just trying to say is that do not go into a relationship with a liability.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's it.
That,
Though. That's just
The key thing.
the
Yeah, don't be a
basic
liability.
interpretation for it. Don't be
that's
a
what he was
liability.
just trying to say. It's not even a financial thing, right? You can be a liability in other ways.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
true.
be a liability
Financially safe. Yes, and still,
financially.
Physically,
I
Yeah,
understand.
emotionally. Yeah.
you understand? You can be a liability and a danger towards the children you have
Yeah,
if you don't have the right morals and
it's true.
values to
Yeah.
raise children. You become a
And yeah, and
liability
if you
because
don't
now
have the
the
right
other partner
ethic,
now has to do what? Has to now take on.
carry everything. Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
So if this
That's true.
partner now passes away or something happens, right?
The
Then
standard of
there's
life
nobody.
drops.
Yeah. Quality of life
Everything. It's
drops.
not
I've
the
seen
finance
people's
So
is
many
lives.
just one
times.
aspect.
It's true. I've seen people's lives change, like their trajectory just change just because they lost their dad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are intelligent people, like intelligent students in private schools, right? Who that if their dad was alive, right, they will go to
Would have
like
steered them in a path.
stay there, maybe go to school abroad, like just do like just put them through like a path, make it easier for them to just break faster. Then their dad dies, they start going to public school, and public school in Nigeria is the trenches. We all know now. We all know this thing.
Why,
Like
why are you stating the
if
obvious?
a
There's no need to
if a
explain.
child is not well taken care of, looked after, the public school can just destroy everything because
Yeah.
nobody's paying a particular attention to that kid. So like I've seen it happen not once, not twice. Then from there, they just go and manage one course in university. Then from there, they just start living in like a normal, like, which at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with it. But it was apparently clear that if the dad was alive, this was the plan that he had,
Yeah, something
right?
higher.
Where these children would be very, like really, really elite in terms of education, and
At
then
times, it's
if it
even just the
translates to
decisions. It's
is the
just the
decisions and
decisions.
also and as also the
Yeah.
follow up, the training, the personal
Yeah,
training, and the personal training that the dad offered at home.
yeah,
So that's the liability Osage is talking about. So intellectually, financially, everybody has to be on a level to keep that family at a certain level. That's what
yeah.
that guy was trying to say. Yeah,
And to our women as well, it also goes to you.
hundred
It's the same
percent.
thing. Don't go into a relationship with somebody who is a liability. There are also
Yeah.
men who are, are
Plenty,
problems. You understand?
plenty.
And it's not
Yeah.
even a financial thing. Okay,
There are
and it's
also
even
men
more
who have
dangerous for
money and liability. Yeah,
it's even more
because then
dangerous for women because the guy now has money and you're like, okay, he
And
has
some will not
money,
even
but
spend on
every
their
that's,
other
food.
thing
every
is
other thing is
lacking in
nonsense. The value is nonsense.
is
Yeah,
lacking in every other thing. And then you go and have a
yeah,
baby for
that's
this
true.
person, and then the course of your
And
life
then
also
It
changes.
changes, yeah.
that's true. It tells you
Do you
that
understand?
the secondary school, is public school and private school, are the same thing. That is the same teacher that is teaching them.
That
Like you can
No,
say,
that's not
It's
what
like
he's even
two plus
telling
two
you.
plus two
He's
is the
telling you
same.
that he's telling you that he's going to burn money on Friday at the club, but he
at the
doesn't have
club,
money for
yeah.
Oh yeah, that
extracurriculars.
guys like that. Yes,
Exactly.
that
The
guys
guys
like
like that.
that.
That's true.
Plenty,
That's true. That's true.
plenty.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or that's
Or he's going to buy, like, he's going to be changing cars every year while the children's education are not
don't have a
priority.
laptop at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have a laptop at home. They don't have it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. What else
it's
are saying
true.
is true.
That's
The
And
that's
fact,
it's
a
not even it's
liability.
not even a money conversation. It's just a
It's
level
not.
conversation. It's a
attitude,
value
behavior.
thing, attitude thing. Yeah, it's true. There's so many things to it. There's so many contexts to it. It's not linear at all.
You know. So
It's
and
true.
so, if something happens in the future and then the guy doesn't even know how to think or steer the
Nothing
family right, or there's
at
nothing.
all. That's nothing.
So
Nothing.
you have to find, and it
That
goes back to this
balance.
find your tribe thing. It
Yeah.
goes to when you also want to go into a relationship, you also have to go and find your
I
tribe,
find your
Yeah,
tribe. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true.
and your tribe, when it has to do with what value system.
Yeah.
morals.
I'm sure, well, because religion is a very big thing. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
religion,
Religion. Yeah.
um, morals, like you said,
Yeah.
and yeah, and finances.
And
Some people don't
finances.
know.
It's true.
Some people don't know how to manage their
It's terrible.
finances.
Yeah.
And then you go into that area and there's problem, there's chaos because you're
And
like,
I also believe that the problem people have with finances is looking at the present state. That's my problem. I
Yeah,
really hate it because I feel that people don't pay attention to processes and what it takes to get to a certain level financially, right? And also sometimes things just happen. Someone does not have money. Someone is not just doing well at the moment. Does not mean the person is not doing well in life. In terms of,
hmm
you understand? Like people just life just happens sometimes, right?
yeah,
So I just think that sometimes, especially for women, where the other things come into place because the person know to get money, or the person know the
hmm,
drive right now, and the every other thing aligns Osage in terms of the values we're talking about. The
yeah,
values, the intellectually, they all match up. In all levels, but maybe the person is not using a good car, or maybe the drive at all, or maybe the way he dresses, or something. And you just miss that thing. It's true. It's true.
I'm telling you, it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man, guys, I'll tell you what. My OG told me, right? Best piece of advice: marry someone who's smarter than you. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That's
dope.
all.
That's dope.
If
Yeah.
if you can't do that, then you have complex issues. You also are suffering from something because both of you, as you are thinking, I mean, see, I have to marry someone that's smarter than me. The person who wants to marry says, I
Just
have
to
to be
get
with
more
someone that's
smarter than
smarter
so
than
that
me,
they'll
and then
be
you guys
everybody
push
will challenge
yourselves.
each other,
Yeah,
and imagine how the kind of access, the kind of information you're going to give your kids, and how your
my
kids are going to
brother,
level up when they go outside. So many things to
my brother.
think about, man.
So
Stop
many
being
things.
superficial and artificial in how you select spouses and partners. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that.
Grammys.
Opeyemi Faramakin. Let's go to the Grammys. Afrobeats Grammy nominations. Ayo, our
their
resident.
daddy, their
And first of
Our,
daddy.
all, the video panda to the Grammys? Yes or no?
No,
No
he
lie
did not.
here. Oh.
He did not.
No lie here. Oh.
Where
No
did the
lie here.
panda?
Oh.
Can you point to me the
Okay, wait,
Mongo
wait,
Park?
wait, wait.
Where's the Mongo Park
Let
song?
me
Where is the
listen,
Mongo
listen. Let
Park
me
song?
let me let me change the topic. Let me change this conversation. Let me shift this conversation. Osage, this question is for you. Do you think Davido pandered to his Grammy awards?
I don't think so. Where's the pandering?
I
He
don't
made an
understand where this
album.
pandering is from.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I saw some tweets that he put Kijo on the album. Kijo is like Angela. Kijo is like Dolly.
Kido is she's the Grammy daughter
Oh,
now.
she's
Yeah.
no,
Grammy
she's not the
godmother.
daughter. She's the Grammy plug. She's
She's the
Grammy
Grammy
plug.
plug.
She's Grammy plug. You
No
know,
pun intended.
Because
everybody
she could
got
sign Bonner before Bonner. She could
Yeah.
sign Bonner before Bonner won. She won and went up there and said, "You know what? Bonner is next."
Hey.
And
So
Bonner,
please,
and Bonner
next
was
year.
next.
Yeah, when I was there. So I get what you're saying, but no, I don't think you planned that. I don't think you planned that. Pandering is
I don't think it's
Pandering
pandering.
is when you enter
Okay,
the
okay.
first.
Let's put it this
I have my
way.
own thoughts.
Okay, so okay, let me ask another question. Did Burna Boy panda to win his own Grammy?
I mean, the man did a video in a forest. I don't understand. He did a video in a forest. I don't know.
Oh
But I
god.
don't think
And
he
that song,
yeah.
and that song is my jam. I don't know why people just shit on that song because of the video.
He gave me trauma. He
Which one?
gave
Okay.
me, generational trauma. Or Osagie. My ancestors were in that forest when they took them. When they took them to America. I beg.
The writing on that song is amazing.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah.
Wonderful day. Uh-huh. Yeah, so shout out to everybody.
Yeah, everybody got
Lots of
nominated.
nominees.
Yeah, a
Lots
lot
of
of
nominees.
nominees.
So the first set of people that came out were the video, of course, 3 nominations at the Grammys, his first time. Amazing, amazing. Out of the big three, he's the third one. After Bonner and Wiz, I believe.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was good. Who else got nominated at the Grammys?
Ashake got a nomination along with
Ashake
Olamide,
along with Olamide
make him
for
the first Nigerian rapper.
Amapiano.
Yeah, make him the first Nigerian to get a Nigerian rapper to get a Grammy nomination. Woohoo!
I want to say, shout out to congratulations to Olamide, but I want to say that if a South African or two
Oh,
South
wow.
Africans
Oh my,
did
where
a
you they
record,
go?
Oh,
Osage,
boy.
where you they go? Where you they go? We need Mandela to
Where
help
they
us. Where you they go? We need Mandela. You need the spirit of Mandela.
Free Nelson
But
Mandela.
to be
I
fair, though,
I feel Tyler will win that with that category, sure.
Oh, Tyler,
yeah.
Yeah.
make me split.
But to be fair, though,
like you
this person was also nominated. What's the guy that featured on Unavailable with Davido? He also got.
Musa Keys.
Musa Keys also got nominated.
Bro,
Yeah,
he got nominated too.
he got
that's true.
nominated. Yeah. So if a few of our South African brothers
That's
too,
for the video's record. Yeah, that's
it's
true.
just weird that a song called Amapiano is getting nominated for the Grammys.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
saying Davido got nominated. Tyler got nominated. Ira Star got nominated.
Big girl,
Ooh,
Sabi girl.
Olamide and Ashake and Olamide got nominated for piano. Ayo says I shouldn't take a trip down to Johannesburg to discuss it.
they go focus up. They go focus up. Me no go there. They go focus up. There's
then-
one love. Nigeria, South Africa.
Apparently, there's also some other artists who, because of the 20% rule, if they contributed up to 20% of an album, they also get nominated. So apparently, CK
Yeah.
is nominated for which song again? CK. It's not
With
John Monet's album.
John Monet's album, yes,
Okay, Sheon Kuti as well.
standard.
On John Monet. I think he's on 2 tracks even on John Monet's album. I heard Amari.
No, I don't think she got nominated because
I
she.
think so. I
No,
think
she didn't
tweeted
too.
about something. She's also on someone's album.
Okay, but I thought like maybe for that, but a direct nomination. She
No,
wasn't
not direct
nominated.
nomination. I think she's also for her as well.
Yeah.
Who else did I hear about? There's somebody else. I think Thames as well has
Yes,
writing
Thames
credits
for
on
song.
some-
Yeah, for
For
songwriting.
Rihanna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Screen something. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she as well. Who else? There's someone I'm leaving out.
Are you sure?
Someone else got nominated. Yeah,
Man, wow. See Afrobeats, so. That's
bro,
dope.
this is not BET Awards. So this is the Grammys, and
dope,
I
that's
can't even.
No, there's nowhere. Where else you want to go after Grammys? There's nowhere else now.
I remember when we
There's
used
no
to lose our mind over BT Awards.
But I remember when we used to lose our mind off Channel O award.
Of Channel
BT
Awards.
is small, is big now.
Bro,
Channel O
that's
award.
true.
So I'm go South
Afrobeats was-
Africa. You go South
Afrobeats
Africa, go
was-
shut down now. Yeah.
That's
It has come a long way.
That's
And
come a
you
long
know
way.
when people always like to laugh at Nice when he says, "Don't doubt me, I go bring home
bring
Grammy."
you.
I
He has
don't
brought
think
it.
people-
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
I
That's
think
what
he
I
has-
was just about
yeah,
to say.
he has given us a
He's-
Grammy.
what he was saying, and people need to, that's why people need to really think. I want you
Yeah.
They
guys to
see
think.
Osage, they were not outside when Gongaso
It wasn't.
was so
It wasn't.
they were not
It
outside.
wasn't. A
You know what he's
yeah.
saying there is don't doubt me. I go bring on Grammy. He's
Grammy.
not talking about
About
himself.
Self
himself.
is the
Yeah.
particular
It's the
generation.
culture. I was talking about the
What-
culture.
That song is just credibility, Abby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Check credibility is more about a song about this generation that we've come and we've
Exactly.
arrived.
We've come. Exactly.
Thank
Because if
you.
you don't listen in context, you listen to two. That's the problem.
To go.
You just be playing whistle your song and you don't know what they're saying. Self, you will be dancing. Well, anyway,
You know. So
shout out to Nice.
him. Shout out to someone like Scales who sang a song, his
I'm
first
ready
single,
for
right?
the Grammy.
Heading
Yeah.
for
Ready for the Grammy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Miami.
Miami.
You know.
Ready for Miami to the. Oh, but that jam was
Now
a
a rapper
bad
is
jam.
now a rapper is nominated for the Grammys.
Look
Yeah,
at
Nigerian
that's
rapper.
true.
You get. So
That's
guys,
it's brick by
it's
brick. It doesn't just happen like that.
what an amazing journey. A round of applause to all our Grammy,
Grammy
nominees.
knows.
Those stuff we don't get
Wishing
round
them
of
all the
applause
very
effects
best.
now. We are going up.
Yeah, we're getting there.
All the
Shout out
try.
to all of them. Yeah. Who do you think? So here's my own thing now, right? After the whole, glitz and glamour about the Grammys and all that,
Yeah, yeah,
I want to
yeah.
now look at it from a industry point of view, insider point of view, right? All these people here are signed to major labels, guys. This is how this thing
Yeah,
works.
this is how it
And so
works.
people say, "Oh, why this person wasn't nominated? Oh, why this
Bro,
person?"
This
Guys,
is how it
calm down.
works.
It's like
This
you
is
say you want to win. It's like say you want to win the Ballon d'Or and you are playing in Saudi Arabia. It's not
No,
possible.
it's not
You're
possible.
not in the top
Yeah,
100.
it's not possible. It's not
The
Let's
top
calm down.
5 leagues. That's where we know you. So that's the same thing
All
with
this
Grammy.
all these artists are all signed to major labels, right?
And
All of
there are
them.
people,
Ashanti is with Empire.
yeah, and there are people
Yes,
lobbying
with
for them.
Sony.
Yeah,
Ara's with, I think she signed a deal with, I can't remember, maybe Virgin or one of these companies. Everybody is with somebody. Do you understand? And then they have everybody lobbying for them, presenting
Yeah.
this music. I'm not
Presenting
saying
it.
they don't earn it on merit. They do,
They do,
but
but
there's
that
what
some
we
sort
present
of
saw,
that
representation.
Osage, you have to break down the original context of lobbying, not the Nigerian version, because Nigerian version of lobbying is
It's just
Ogafa,
hard
please
cash.
send your answer.
It's just hard cash.
It's not that
Lobbying
kind
is
of
more
lobbying,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, this lobbying is more around. You release
listening
the good body
sessions
of
for the
work.
judges,
Yeah.
stuff
Thank
like
you.
that.
Meeting
Yeah.
face to face, showing your artistry and everything. Yeah.
If you the listener now, you the listener, if you want to submit your guy's song for the Grammy, where you go submit them?
Well, they don't know
You know where you submit them.
you don't know.
So that's why high level is on a high level is good to have these
Yeah.
networks.
If you
They
just
have
get to
the
the highest
plug.
level, you have to play
Yeah.
with the big boys, and that's signing
Yes,
to
they have the
majors, my
plug
guy.
to get it to the judges for the judges to listen to it, stuff like that. This is a
Yeah.
process. So
It's a
that's
process,
what
my
they call
guy.
lobbying. That's what they call lobbying.
Yeah.
Not be send your ass I'm gonna do you small thing for
Might
design.
do small thing. No be all those award where people they buy. Grand Congress award where people they buy.
Let me buy this one. Let me buy this one, my brother. No vex.
So that's why when you are nominated, there is that you get that
Yeah.
huge relief that finally
It's very critical. Grammy is very critical. Like it's critical acclaimed. It's
yeah. It's only hip hop
he-
that they
he
like
has his
crying about
faults.
hip hop.
He has his faults, but it
It's
is what
what
it
you put
is.
in your. It's what you put in your bio.
Yeah,
You know,
It's in your
people who are
profile.
10-time, 5-time Grammy nominees.
Grammy
that haven't
nominated.
Put-
Yes,
Yeah.
it's still a huge. It's still huge. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
huge. It's huge.
It's
We
true.
didn't mention one person, Burna Boy. Burna Boy.
It's
Not only
just
did
like
he,
That's for
No,
Bona is
America
just
now.
Bona is just like
That's
it's
American now.
regular now. The news, the story will be
Yeah.
if he wasn't nominated.
I think,
And you
it's,
know
I
he's
think his
nominated
one
in
is
a
a bit
category.
different because he's in a different category.
He's in
not even
yeah
Rap
with
song.
the sitting on
Rap
top of the
melody.
world. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
That's it.
rap song. Like as per rap melody is him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Rap
I
song
think it should be the
collaboration.
first. It should be the first major Nigerian artist to do that now.
Yeah. Sean Paul did it years ago, but he's the first one
The first Nigerian artist, Abi.
to be
I'm not sure.
nominated in a
So
in a
go-
rap
in a-
category. Yes.
in a
There's the guy that plays the
in a
drums.
yes.
No.
The guy that plays the drums.
Nominated in a major category. I think it's Burna is the first. A major Grammy category. I think Burna is the first.
What about that? The man who won the first Grammy, the first Nigerian
But I
man.
don't think that person was the lead
That's for
artist.
music,
It
was
was
it?
the lead artist too.
It was for world music now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think it
world
was. I don't even think it was the lead artist itself. But Burna is the lead artist, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's huge. That's also
Yeah.
huge.
That's huge.
You know,
That's also huge.
that
yeah.
you are, sitting on top of the world, literally.
Yeah.
Toe to
Yeah,
toe with.
with the sample, 21 Savage. Yeah, I love that jam. People don't like it. I don't know why. I love
This
that
also
jam.
goes to show. This
I love
also
that
goes to
jam.
show
Jesus.
all the rap purists in Nigeria. Rap has evolved than the days of where we go to speak bars. If not,
They should
can be
continue now.
nominated in a rap category, then I
They
don't know
should
what people are
continue.
arguing.
Yeah,
We
they
have
should continue.
culture leaves people behind. So I'm glad
That's
that
it.
it's simple as that.
I get the bomb, we could last long. In my 11-room mansion. I like
Yeah,
that jam.
people were saying that why didn't Rema's Calm Down with Selena Gomez get nominated? I don't know why. You have to ask the
It's
It's
not
not.
in the
Grammys.
year in review now, right?
It's not in the year in review. You see,
The song,
they say it didn't make the
the main
time.
song, I think the main song is not in the year review, but I think the remix
And that's
is.
the points. That's the points.
But
I
I
think that's the
what happened.
point.
think Essence with Justin Bieber was nominated too, and that was the remix.
Yeah. Yes. Essence
Yeah.
with us. That was one of
In what
nominated.
time? Was in what time?
And
What
they are
time did
also saying Arasta's Rush is not in the year in review, but he made
They
it.
extended
So
it.
maybe
They
they made
extended.
some exceptions.
No, they extended that. I think they extended. They gave a 2 weeks grace extension.
Oh,
I saw it on
Because
Twitter that day.
Calm Down was supposed to get something, but there's
if
there's
Calm
not
Down got nominated, he's winning.
easily because that's the only song they will know.
That song was everywhere, my brother.
It was
But
everywhere.
you know that about
but it
Grammy,
was-
so that
Rema
they
is
don't like
Rema
also.
Rema has not even hit his peak yet. We are still Rema is still there.
The next
So
Rema
much to do.
album is going to be the.
Pivotal, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been not, I know he dropped this one. The EP, this one's an EP, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's an easy. It's an
Yeah.
EP.
That's
The next
the most
Rema
important
album
album. It's going to be the most important album.
Very,
Yes.
very important. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
going to
And he has
be
to
the
he has to really get
collaborations.
it right. Yeah.
Probably going to do a record with Bad Bunny, some of these other guys.
Yeah, that's true.
It's do or die. That is next
And
album.
it's
Is do
too,
or die.
I feel like Rema is too because of his talent and how fluid he is. I think his project has really too scattered in terms of the sound. I wish his next album would be more consistent
And
and
cohesive.
cohesive, and give us the banger
Yeah,
collabos because
the
right now it's
A&R
the
has to be
engineering has to be really good.
Has to be
Just
superior.
give us a theme. Let us know who you are the more. Like just give us those records, man. He has the talent for sure. Yeah, I like the kid though. But Rasta is my favorite. I won't lie. I love
Yeah,
that
she's
girl.
dope.
The body's body.
Yeah, I think
dope.
she's clear. She's clear.
She's dope. She's dope. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. It's a good thing for African music. It's a good thing for Nigerian music. See,
Yeah.
like I always say, like we say, we saw this thing come from nothing. We saw this thing
Bro.
from people
Because
laughing at this shit.
We saw this thing from
We're
time.
celebrating
I just wish that
international collaborations. I remember,
Yeah.
man. Remember when
This
Dari
one
did the
was
record Chameleonaire? The way we
Yeah.
celebrated it.
One mad.
Two-Face, R. Kelly record. Or with the pictures we saw with Two-Face and Mary J. Blige. Like, there's so many times that, we saw
so
these
many
things and like
moments.
when
yeah.
African Two-Face's African Queen was played in Fat Chicks.
In that
Yeah.
movie, yeah, that was a huge moment. Yeah.
Bro.
That was
You
a
know-
huge moment.
So you look at all those things and you're like,
Yeah.
now people are just getting nominated for Grammys.
and that's where I think about it sometimes. I hope the OGs don't look at this era and just feel a type of way. Especially
They'll
someone
have
like
to.
Tiwa.
They
Especially
will
someone like
have to.
Tiwa. My
They will.
own is especially someone like Tiwa that was the
No,
OG
Tiwa-
that she still
no,
extended
Tiwa-
to this era.
Tiwa can still get
Tiwa-
it. Tiwa is getting
apart
it,
from-
sure.
apart from Ayo Pause, but but Tiwa benefited from the new era. Well,
I know, but she still didn't
in
get
fact,
this.
she did. Tiwa got endorsements when
It's
the
true,
endorsement boom came from the MTNs. That Tiwa enjoyed the
Tiwa
era.
enjoyed
She
everything.
came at the prime time, 2011, 2010, 2011.
I think Steve is talking about. I think Steve is talking about the international.
I'm talking about this international
No.
acclaim.
Tiwa Savage performed at
Coronation.
Buckingham Palace. What are we talking about,
It's true.
guys?
She signed a
Okay,
deal with
okay.
Jay-Z. Don't forget we saw her with Jay-Z.
Buckingham Palace is not the culture. It's not the culture, bro.
I'm not saying it's not the
I'm not gonna lie to
culture, but she's a beneficiary
Steve,
of this
Steve.
modern era.
I understand what you're saying.
Make it.
I understand what you're saying.
You.
I will not classify her there in any way. Anyhow.
Anyway, okay.
Anything that Davido
awesome.
has enjoyed, Tiwa Savage enjoyed. Anything
Tiwa
Wizkid
has
enjoyed,
enjoyed.
yeah, she got
Yeah, okay.
literally everything, endorsements, shows, the using technology to your advantage, like literally everything. She's a beneficiary. I'm looking for her. What's it called? Her Instagram page. 17.9 million followers on Instagram.
Ah, that's big. Yeah.
17.9.
That's big. That's big.
Oh,
Queen.
come on, man.
See, wow.
You get like
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
you know. To in
Man,
context, Ice Spice
yeah.
has 10.3 million.
that's true.
I'm just saying, you know.
Anyway, I just feel like it's normal for like them Two Faces and Co to just feel somehow that like we started this shit. This is motherfucking thanks we get at the end of
Now
the day, but
that's my own problem, right? My own problem, and not a problem, but that you might not be able to get the spoils of the war, but can we just have some respect? And
yeah,
that's what, other countries or other, industries will do. They will
yeah.
respect you.
Don't respect you Hall of Fame shit.
See, fam, what's his name? The guy who sang Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm. Smokey Robinson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do you understand? I probably didn't grow up listening to Smokey Robinson. I didn't. I'm a young guy. I was born in mid 80s. But when you hear Smokey Robinson, if they say Smokey Robinson is in the room, you will stand up.
uh-uh.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Unless you don't know
His name
music.
comes with reverence because it's been well documented that
yeah,
this man is one of the people that revolutionized the kind of music we listen to today.
Yeah.
that's
Now
true.
Rogers. Anybody hears Now Rogers, Egbon, Now Rogers.
What's the
I
name
didn't
of
listen to Now
that?
Rogers music, but like you revere him, right?
Yeah,
How
Yeah,
many of us listen to James Brown music apart from Say It Loud and Black and Proud?
yeah, but you know James Brown.
Or I Feel Good, pa-ra-ra-ra-ra,
Yeah.
and because
yeah,
was
because
not
pop
against
culture
her.
honored them in terms of like
Thank
movies,
you.
documentaries, and
Thank
stuff.
What's
you.
the name of this white woman that does country?
Yeah,
This
that's
legend.
true.
What's her name?
Dolly
That's
Parton.
true.
Dolly Parton. You know, I've not listened to Dolly Parton album, but Dolly Parton's in the building. He salutes.
That's true. That's true.
You get.
That's true. There's no Magic Fashek movie.
There's no Major Fasher book.
There's
Let's start
no
from the basic.
there's no movie. The only person who have benefited from you know keeping their history and also like following up is just Fela because we have had the wrong ways and it's
Hmm.
not even enough. We have the book,
It's not enough.
it's not even enough. So
So
if
I heard that
Fela has not had enough,
the estate, Fela's
there's
estate just
Raskimono.
signed. They just signed a deal with a production company in America for the movie. So it's like 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago. So I think the
yeah.
movie's coming out.
Fela's movie will be crazy. Oh. Fela's
Yeah,
movie will be
definitely.
crazy.
Mad.
You
We
know,
go come on,
Magic
everybody go
Flash,
cinema.
Magic, Raskimono. Like we have so many,
Oyeka. Come on now.
so many like big artists that we need. Like now, we need like to remind people what was happening.
Yeah.
But the reason why we can't have those things was because of they didn't document them, especially from the Nigerian point of view.
Yeah.
We
Was
didn't document these
documented.
guys enough.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I'm not sure even Magic Flash's team has clips from his concerts in Benin, in
At
Benin
all.
City. I
At
remember a
all.
homecoming concert, a big concert that happened in 95 ish. It was the way it was packaged was, oh, he's coming back to Benin for a concert. And I
Yeah.
think it happened at Samuel Abuja Stadium. It was
Homecoming.
big, right? But I can't, right now, there's no way we can access that information. Do you get?
No.
So is and
It's
these are
sad.
these are the materials you use to like create content to keep the legacy running, to remind people of who these guys was. So I think that's part of the main issue. We didn't document enough and we don't have enough material to remind people what
To
people
appreciate these
achieved.
people. Yeah.
Magic Fashek was performing on late night TV in 1992. Guy, things that we
Bro.
consider big in 2003, he did it in
Internet. This was
2000.
internet's no deal.
Come
David
on,
Letterman.
man. David Letterman. This is Letterman.
He
David
was signed.
Letterman.
Prime
His
time
debut album dropped on Interscope
on
Records.
Interscope.
That's
Come
See
on,
Jimmy
what's
man.
Iovine
being done now that
Come
we're
on.
celebrating, and that's why it's very important.
to
No matter where
understand
you
history.
are,
Yeah.
your history is important.
It's
All the
very,
things
very
we're celebrating now
important.
has been done before.
Has
Has
been
been done
done.
Millennials just
before.
left because of
Bro.
People just,
military.
yeah,
Bro.
They were
KSA
there.
was performing to white audience in New York. There's nothing
bro.
new.
We don't have a KSC documentary. Like very, like bro, properly done.
RMD wants to do a KSA movie. He announced it like
No.
2 years ago. RMD.
RMD can actually play it. I can see. I see it. I see it.
It's possible. Let's see how well
It's
he does.
possible. Yeah, he can. Bro is. You know, we have so many of them. I remember how this guy made us a documentary, made us introduce us to an artist in Nigeria that we didn't know about. What's the
Yeah,
name of
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy? Onyebo, or what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, William
Abo.
Onyebo.
William
Onyebo, sorry.
Onyebo. Atomic
We
One.
didn't have an idea who this guy was. We
Yeah,
just
and we
who
just
did that?
white people came.
Who did that documentary again?
I think it was Noisy. Oh yeah,
Noisy.
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 Yeah.
Bro,
I watched it.
we
I
were
watched
just
it this
when,
year again.
we were just
Crazy.
at the office, we just saw this documentary, and all of us were just like, who is this? You know, that's how you preserve culture. Come
Yeah,
on, man. Come on. We have to do better.
we have to do actually.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But again, once again, congratulations to everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congrats
Um,
everybody.
yeah. So from a more, celebratory topic to a more controversial topic.
Which other
Yeah.
controversy day
Um,
again?
yeah,
Do you want
Stephen,
to
yeah.
discuss this? How many hours have
I,
we done? Because
yeah,
we
we've
have
done.
Ask the Giants.
We've done like
Yeah,
90
okay.
minutes.
We'll pick it up next week. So ask
We'll pick it
Giants.
up next week. Let's do Ask the
We'll pick it
Giants.
up next week. Okay. So ask Giants. Hello everyone. I'd like to extend my regards to the hosts, AOT2, Osags, and Steve Diddy, and to the loose talk giants spread across the world. Here's a question for the Giants. I'm dealing with a chronic issue, and I believe many men experience and overcome, but my struggle seems to overwhelm me. Walk with me. I've been struggling with a chronic masturbating disorder or habit that frightens me. Despite trying various techniques outlined in books, praying and fasting, I've been unable to break free. Strangely, after praying or fasting, the urge seems to intensify. I have attempted to eliminate triggers and sought advice from others, but without success. My introduction to this habit dates back to 1998 when I stumbled upon a
Eh?
VHS tape hidden in my dad's collection. While watching it regularly, I refrained from masturbation, though I experienced discomfort. In 2001, I first engaged in the act, and it became a recurring habit, albeit infrequent. Until my university days, even with a girlfriend, the habit resurfaced. During my time studying in Canada in 2014, I found solace in frequent masturbation due to the cold, loneliness, and boredom. The easy access to unlimited Wi Fi, an iPhone, and privacy contributed to the escape from the monotony. I also started paying for sex despite having a steady girlfriend who wished to wait until marriage. Following my graduation in 2019 and entering the workforce, the habit has continued to plague me, and I find it difficult to keep the track of the frequency of my actions. I spend exorbitant amounts of premium sites and engage in video calls with Instagram models, sometimes praying or paying for the experience. Even during my time in Nigeria with my wife, I would watch porn and masturbate. The relentless habit has resulted in financial losses, chronic fatigue, well, impaired functioning, perpetual drowsiness, premature graying of hair, and back pain. While aware of the potential benefits of masturbation, my situation feels unmanageable. I'm currently documenting a condensed version of my journey and seeking practical solutions and guidance. I'll start off immediately with what you can do. You need to seek professional help with what you've. And first of all, I even want to say, a big shout out to you for taking the time to write this out. I think the first step of in identifying if you're addicted to something is admitting you're addicted to it. And so you've read that first step. You've taken it's part of the 12 steps, right? This is the first step you've taken. So a big shout out to you for this courage, for taking the time to write this email and voice out your opinion. It's something that you want to change. That's why you have written to us. Next thing I'm going to say is you need to seek professional help. This goes beyond even the kind of advice we would give you. With what you've broken down now, if it was something very simple, I'll say, hey, get your mind off it, go for it, do more exercise. This is beyond that. This is professional help you need to seek, and this should be a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, or a therapist that can then get you out of because everything it has to do with mind. You can train your body, but you also have to train your mind. This is like my advice. You need to seek professional help, and I advise that you do this as fast as possible, guys.
First of all, thank you for reaching out to us concerning your chronic issue. Like what Osagi said, Osagi, nailed a lot of things right there. I will add that you should also look for a community of people struggling with this because that will also give you enough strength. It's like you want to keep fit, right? That's the reason why you have to go to the gym. When you see more people, getting fit and everything and working out, you are and you believe you can do, you're encouraged to do it. So there, I don't know if you're abroad, but if you're abroad, look out for any no fap community. It's even online. No fap community is a group of men who decide that okay, it's for men who have chronic masturbation problems and decide to stop it. So if you're in that community, they'll give you tips, ideas, and what to do and what not to do. You know how to deal with triggers and everything. I also suggest you get like a addiction app on your phone. I don't know what's called. There are many where you can actually track your improvements day by day. And it's not something that you do once and you're going to be free. You're going to fall down many times. But if you keep looking at that app and you see, oh, 4 days, you're encouraged to go another 8 days, 12 days, 16 days. I think that will also lead to your improvement.
Thank
Yep.
you
But
very much, Aaron.
in the history of Axis Giants, I never see the one where pass me. This one, they
This one
passed me.
passes me.
They've told you this professional help. I beg,
Yeah,
because
really professional help.
immediately I had financial loss. All you can say, while I don't do
Also,
that one, I touch me pass.
also try to delete like social media apps on your phone, especially
Yeah, please,
because
please,
these
please.
places
This
are
one,
the playground for triggers.
They're triggers. Yeah, they're
It is
triggers.
so
yeah,
that you are not even following anybody that's putting out explicit content, but still it will pop up. Maybe there's a collaboration post, boom, and it just appears on your timeline. Or
My brother.
you go to the other timeline on Twitter, not your feed, the other feed where everything goes
Yeah,
viral, and you
yeah,
start seeing all that shit. Let's not even talk about TikTok. You can have the healthiest TikTok timeline, and the algorithm just switches one day, and you see somebody doing the surround sound challenge, and it's gone.
yeah,
It's gone. You fucked up your whole day. Yeah. So I think social
yeah.
media
Please,
try and
any
just
addiction,
barest minimum.
this one, you don't pass me. I beg, please seek professional help, please, please, please. It's you are getting damaged. Please, 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 please seek help.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Shout out to you though. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. God bless you.
Yeah,
Wishing you the
this is
best.
the first big step anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. And as it goes, let us know. Write to us. Let us know how it goes. We like to, you know, we like to be updated on how it's going. I hope it goes well. Much love, much love. All right, guys.
Yep, yep.
I think we've had a very interesting episode. Yeah,
We've had
talking
fun.
about
We've had fun
the
today.
survey. Yeah, the survey is still in the show notes. Shout out to everyone that filled the survey. Appreciate you all. For those who haven't, it's still in the show notes. Please go and fill the survey. Thank you very, very much.
Yep, yep.
And on that note, I think we need to call it a wrap. I like to end this podcast or this episode by saying the quickest way to mediocrity is to try to make everybody happy all of the time.
Yep.
Yep.
Catch you guys on the next episode. Bye.
We out.